everybody, and welcome to Harrisonville, Missouri. Week 5 of Friday Night Lights, live from Harrisonville. Cats get their first win last Friday night against their rival, the Warrensburg Tigers, looking to make it 2 straight tonight as they host the Summit Christian Academy Eagles. Cats got on the winning track last week, and we're going to talk about it here in just a second. It is your pregame show now live, brought to you by Brad Sainer of Farmers Insurance. If you're preparing for an insurance quote, give Brad a call today. Gary, things got right last week. Cats in a tough game, but they were able to grit it out in the end and get a victory.
Yeah, and I was talking to the coaches earlier, and what they was really impressed with is last week when Warrensburg went ahead with that touchdown, he said there was no panic on the sidelines. There was no panic on the bench. You know, the offenses said, hey, we got this defense, no worries. We're going to go out and we're going to score some points, which they did. And then the defense came back on the field and came alive. And with a strong hit from Kel Weber and a sack from Kel Weber and then a strong hit from Espen Glenn, I mean, the defense took care of business at the end of the game.
They did. They did what they had to do. I don't want to say the breakout party for Nate Reynolds, but he did it all last Friday night. He caught almost 100 yards in receptions, had almost 100 yards rushing. If he can be that type of back for the Cats and be a danger out of the backfield, sky's the limit. And not taking anything away from Michael Moore, he had a great game last week. They're becoming a really dominant 1-2 punch. And if the Cats can get 4 and 5 yards a carry every single week, they're going to be in a situation where they're going to win some football games. They're going to be able to shorten some games, and that's going to help them against the likes of next Friday night when you play a center. If you can dominate the line of scrimmage and you can dominate the time of possession.
Yeah, Moore had 15 carries on 61 yards on 15 carries last week. Again, what you said, that is better than 4 yards a carry. And you're right, you've got 180 yards out of Reynolds, and the thing about it is Reynolds is tough in the box, but you put him out in space and make somebody tackle him. One person's not going to bring him down. One is his quickness and his availability to be able to bounce off block or tackles. It takes a group of people to bring him down. So you get him in space with those screens and short routes outside, it's going to make it tough, and that's exactly what he did last week.
It is, and it'll be interesting to see how they build on that. We're going to talk some more about the Wildcats. We're going to have our keys to the game and many other things on your pregame show, brought to you by Brad Sainer of Farmers Insurance, right after this.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
Football season is here, and cold weather is sure to follow. Time to head to Young's Auto Repair and get your vehicle ready for winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family rolling down the road all winter. If something else is wrong with your vehicle, bring it in and let Young's diagnose the problem to get you back on the road. Young's Auto across the road from Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial Street.
Welcome back to the pregame show, brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agency Brad Sainer. If you're preparing for an insurance quote, give Brad a call today. It is high school football on a Friday night, and hard to believe, Gary, it is week 5 already of the high school football season.
Yeah, you want it to get here, and then it gets here, and it flies by. So
Absolutely, and, we always harp on it. Cats get their first win last week. If I look at their first 4 games as a whole, 3 solid games and a stinker. I think the game against, obviously, Warrensburg, the game against Pleasant Hill, the game against MICDS, even though they got beat pretty handily, were more indications of how this team's going to be this year than the game against Maryville.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, they had the opportunities at any of those games, and we're going to need to take a timeout, so we'll be back and finish this conversation right after this because we're getting ready to do the national anthem.
We're going to have the national anthem. Sometimes we time it out just right, other times we don't. James will get us taken care of, and we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes as we have the national anthem getting ready to be played right now.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance Agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. Always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
Hey Harrisonville, say hi to several friendly faces from your neighborhood Culver's, home of delicious Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard that's always cooked to order. Stop by and try our double Butterburger with cheese, made with fresh, never frozen beef, seared on the grill as you order on a lightly buttered and toasted bun. And for dessert, grab a rich and creamy fresh frozen custard made in small batches all day long. See you there. Go Wildcats.
When you need a part for your vehicle or farm equipment, it's good to have someone local. Harrisonville Auto Parts, stocked with Napa products, is your local provider. No need to go to a national chain and pay marked up prices. Instead, keep your money and business local with Harrisonville Auto Parts. Next time the headlight goes out, head over to Harrisonville Auto Parts and have them take care of you. Next to Young's Tire and Wheel Center on Commercial.
You want the best price from the best dealership? At Max Motors, we make it easy. Purchase or order your next new vehicle at invoice pricing. We honor all A, X, Z, and D plans, supplier pricing, and industry offers. At Max Motors, we guarantee to beat any dealer's online price by $500. Check out the Max Motors Guarantee. Contact us for a hassle-free quote. Max Motors is the easiest place to buy a car with the highest trade-in values in the Midwest. MaxMotors.com. See dealer for details.
Take the struggle of making homemade pizza out of the equation. Go see Marshall and Stephanie Hamilton, the new owners of Harrisonville Papa Murphy's, and let them do the prep work. Daily specials, new calzones, fresh sides, creative fundraising, and limited time pizzas. There's something for the whole family. Don't forget win or lose discounts every Saturday after the game on your order or $20 or more. Simply type CATS 50 after a win or CATS 25 after a loss and save big with Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville.
Looking for the most effective way to create clean, germ-free spaces where you live, work, and do business? Do you wish you could avoid required wet times, unpleasant odors, and residues left behind by often harsh chemicals? If you're looking for better ways to protect others from harmful infections or lost business and productivity, then call Renew Right today. We're here to provide you with the tools you need to promote safety and peace of mind that those counting on you deserve. If you want disinfection done right, then call Renew Right today at 816-226-7654.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
Church & Dwight is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdwight.com and click on Careers.
Football season is here, and cold weather is sure to follow. Time to head to Young's Auto Repair and get your vehicle ready for winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family rolling down the road all winter. If something else is wrong with your vehicle, bring it in and let Young's diagnose the problem to get you back on the road. Young's Auto across the road from Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial Street.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri. Sorry for that long delay. They were doing something for POWs and MIAs, which is so awesome. And they still haven't done the national anthem, and I think we're getting ready to do the national anthem, but I kind of wanted to come back, kind of explain to you what we were doing and that we weren't having technical difficulties or anything. So we are getting ready to have the national anthem. We don't play the national anthem live because of YouTube and all kinds of things. So we'll get back here in just a couple minutes on your Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show brought to you by Brad Sainer.
Church & Dwight is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdwight.com and click on Careers.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
All right, welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri, and your Farmers Insurance Agency, Farmers Insurance Brad Sainer Agency pregame show. If you're preparing for an insurance quote, give Brad Sainer a call today. A little choppy, crazy pregame show, but we're back. Now we can talk for a couple of minutes. You heard from some of our great sponsors. We have a lot of great sponsors, and they're the ones that make these broadcasts possible each and every Friday night. And we were talking a little bit, Gary, I think it's time to kind of dive in to some keys of the game tonight. Key number one for me tonight, keep going. Build, I should say, maybe key number one. You got to build off of last week. You got your first win. You're playing better each and every week. Build off of that, get some confidence, try to get a win going into a tough contest next Friday night.
Yeah, and I think they got the confidence last week. I mean, they continued to get better as games went along. But last week, as I was saying earlier, once they got behind there towards the very end, there was no panic on the bench. They were going to go out and take care of business, which they did, went down and scored a touchdown, and then the defense held them. So, yes, I think they're going to continue to get better. They have shown that, and like you say,
trophies aren't won in September, but they are in November.
Absolutely.
And that's what Harrisonville's been all about for the last several years. So I look forward to that trend to continue the rest of the season. Coach Maxwell, he knew it was going to take a little bit of time getting his system back involved, getting those players more, they're running similar to what they were, but they're running different variations of it. So getting that terminology down, getting that mesh play between your quarterback and your running backs down, all of those different things, those are going to be huge. So key number two for me tonight is mistake-free. Don't make those mistakes. In the losses, the Cats always seem to shoot themselves in the foot at inopportune times. You cannot do that tonight. Get out there, don't make mistakes, and play a clean ball game. They haven't played a clean ball game yet. They even had mistakes last week.
Yeah, the first three penalties they had were 15 yards at a pop. And you really can't be successful and continue to move the ball when you keep moving backwards 15 yards at a pop. The second half, though, they only had 3 5-yard penalties, and that was it. So I think they're moving in the right direction, so we just got to keep going.
Key number 3, wear them out. Not a very big roster on the other side of the field. I flipped it over, and I'm so used to seeing double-sided rosters, and I flipped it over, and it looked like a basketball roster. And that does not bode well when you're playing a team with 80 guys out there and you have 25 or 30.
Yeah, and, at any given time you got 11 men on the field, and they've got 8 going both ways. So that only leaves 3 going, in and out. So you're looking at 48 minutes of football for all practical purposes by 8 guys when they're playing 80 on the other sidelines, 22 people. Because we platoon on our Harrisonville side because we have the manpower to be able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, wear them out, and you got to win the battle in the trenches. I think they do those things tonight. They're going to be in good shape. Try to move to 2 and 3. Big game coming up next week. Those are our keys to the game. Gary, here's the other thing. I think we're going to know a whole lot about Harrisonville in the next couple of weeks for multiple reasons. Number one, Warrensburg and Center are playing tonight, so we're going to see how that game rolls. That's a pretty close game. Okay, then maybe we're like, okay, well, Harrisonville's a little bit farther up than they thought they were already this late or this far into the season as they beat Warrensburg last year. Now, I also know you got to play the game, and even if Warrensburg gets a win, hopefully they do get the win tonight. Obviously, I'll be pulling for them. But if you got to play every game every week, but we'll see a little bit more like where we may be standing after tonight and going into next week.
Well, and obviously it all comes down to matchups, and different teams, have different matchups within the game. And so, obviously we are going to see how Warrensburg fits up against them this Center this week. But I really see us coming into the Center game strong. We've last week, Kel Weber was our player of the game. And what I didn't know when I was talking to Coach Max before the game was tonight was they moved him from linebacker to D end. I didn't really recognize that actually on the field because sometimes a linebacker may scoot up or whatever. They moved him to defensive end, and look at the game he played. So he's going to get a couple of weeks under his belt at D end, which we know center throws the ball. They've got a lot of athletes. So if we can put some people onto their quarterback and make pressure, you put pressure on a quarterback, you never know what's going to happen.
And I think Harrisonville's going to have a little revenge in their mind next week as well. However, that being said, they got business to take care of tonight, and Summit Christian is just not going to roll over and go away. They've got to beat the team at hand tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about it after this break. You're watching high school football on 4Ts.com.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and put 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4Ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest.
Insurance is something we all have to have. Go somewhere with all insurances in one place. Stafford & Stafford Insurance. With auto, commercial, life, health, farm, and crop insurance, Stafford has you covered. With coverage like that, they are sure to have the right policy for you. Instead of dreading a call to get an insurance quote, call the team that covers it all. Stafford & Stafford Insurance, located on Commercial across from Holland's Auto Sales. What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Wellness is the state or condition of ideal physical and mental health. We at the Wellness Counseling Center are passionate helpers. From the foundations of love, grace, kindness, and joy, we hope to humbly encourage others to embrace their self and find peace. Because when I is replaced by we, even illness can become wellness. Call us at 816-974-7378 and set up an appointment so we can change your I into a we.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4Ts Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Hey, you ready? Hey, grab that right there. Are you ready? Oh. Is you ready? Ready. You say you ready. Oh. Whole squad ready. Ready. Is you ready? Huh? Are you ready? Ready. Is you ready? Whole squad ready. We came here to see Jet. What you got? Oh. No, not on my watch. No way. Bring what you got. I'm going to the top. Hey. You can bring what you got. I'm going to the top.
Just got done running a bunch of quotes. Why would anyone want their quotes done here? Fast quotes, accurate quotes, family owned and operated. Well, tell me more. What do they offer? Commercial, auto, home, life? Here, scan the QR code. I gotta get back to running. All right.
Here we go. We are just a couple of minutes away from opening kickoff, and also the coin toss getting ready to come your way as well. Different combination for the Cats tonight. Haven't seen this one before. The gray tops, blue numbers, blue helmet with the black pants. Summit Christian going to be in their white tops, white bottoms, blue helmets with blue numbers and letters as we get set for our coin toss, and we will have Gary on that one when they get out there to the middle of the field. And man, I really feel like these pregame shows are taking forever these days. It seems like we've been on the pregame show for quite a while, but talk's almost over. Football, you're mid-season, you got to start rounding into form, Gary. This is your last non-conference test or preseason type game you're going to have here tonight against Summit Christian, and then you get down to business in the next 4 weeks. Center, Clinton, Oak Grove, Odessa, and to round out your regular season. And then you go into a district that top to bottom is kind of a toss-up, really. Talking to Coach Kavanaugh from Warrensburg and a couple of the Warrensburg coaches last night, Coach Small, I was talking to him, and, I think right now Center's probably your top in your district. But then after that, I think Nevada may get the 2 seed because, well, they play not a whole lot of teams down there. Carl Junction's going to be a tough one. They may not win very many games, but they play all Class 5 and 6 schools, so they get all the bonus points. So I think you got one up here, and then I think 2 through 8 could all beat each other, really.
Yeah, and, however, that's the reason we play these tough games in the very beginning, kind of like Carl Junction. They do it because of the area they're in. They have no choice. They play the Carthages, the Webb Cities, and those like that. And that's what makes them better. I'm from that area, and Carl Junction, there was a time when they weren't that strong. We've seen Carl Junction be really strong the last several years, and I think they're going to continue to be that way because of who they play.
Well, and also, I think it's the Webb City effect. It's kind of like the Blue Springs effect up here. For years, Blue Springs powerhouse, Blue Springs South not far behind. Well, kids that were on the fringe of being varsity players or maybe a second-string varsity guy to Blue Springs, guess where they went? To Grain Valley. Well, now Grain Valley's Class 5. Well, those kids are trickling down to your Oak Groves and your Odessas. And Webb City, they've been amazing for years. They have over 100 kids on their roster. Carl Junction, their next-door neighbor. Hey, I may not get on the field at Webb City, so I'm going to slide down to Carl Junction and play. And it's the Webb City effect down there. I always called it the Blue Springs effect up here, as some of these other schools have become powerhouses because of schools around that were already really good.
Oh, absolutely. And the coin toss went to Harrisonville. They won the toss. They deferred, as we always like to see happen. They're going to be kicking south to north, and Summit Christian is going to be receiving on the north end zone.
You're exactly right. And Gary, as we get ready to get to the kickoff, I want to thank you for joining us for our pregame show brought to you by Brad Sainer and the Farmers Insurance Agency. If you're preparing for a quote, give Brad a call today and join us every Friday night at 6:30 as we will have the Brad Sainer Farmers Insurance pregame show. It is ready for some football from Memorial Stadium. We are ready for the kickoff. And Gary, what do you got?
Well, our kicker his name's Niles Kochmeyer. We've been pronouncing it wrong. We've been saying Kochmeyer. It's Kochmeyer. Niles Kochmeyer. He is from Germany, number 82. And we're giving a shout out. His parents sometimes listen live, sometimes they don't. They listen to it, taped because of the 7-hour difference. We want to give a shout out to Mom, who's Bianca, and Dad, who's Holger Kochmeyer. They're in Germany, and we want to give a big shout out to them. Welcome his son to the town of Harrisonville. Hopefully he's enjoying his place here, and it sounds like he is.
And we're getting ready for that kick. Here's the kick, a little short end-over-end kick, going to flutter down at about the 20, and that's where the Cats are going to wrap him up and take him down on the far side. Looked like Jake Sutton was the one that picked it up and didn't get much of a return, maybe 2 or 3 yards. And Gary, I'm going to blame myself on the pronunciation of that. I should have known, being a history teacher, that how that would have sounded in Germany, as it's Kochmeyer. And, we have Koch Industries over in Kansas. I should have known that. I didn't, but that's my fault. Glad they're listening. Glad their son's over here. And glad he's our kicker. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
Here we go on 1st and 10 for Summit Christian Wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Pistol formation in the backfield. They're going to hand off up the middle. No ball on the ground. And a scrum for it. Cats are going to be on top of it. So miscommunication on the snap there between Ward and Sutton. And it'll be Cats ball at the 15-yard line as we are underway from Harrisonville, just 15 seconds into the ball game.
At the Eagles 17-yard line. Cats break to the line, they go.
We will get you a time when we can. Right now they have the scoreboard looking a little different. I think there's a setting maybe off or something there. And here we go. Fake the handoff and give the handoff to
on the left side.
Reynolds. He's going to get about 3. So second down and about 7 coming up for the Cats. So 11:29 to go here in the first quarter of play. 2 wide receivers far side, split backs in the backfield. Under center is Mitchell. And this time they're going to hand off. Hand off to Moore. Moore got through the line of scrimmage, got a couple, and then is pushed backwards. Going to be wrapped up, taken down by Gabriel Harris. Going to bring up third down and about 5 for the Cats here. So third down coming up.
Summit's being real strong on defense at this point in time.
Definitely first couple of plays, and Cats not showing anything crazy out of this, just a couple of runs here. Now Mitchell going to pitch back for Reynolds. Reynolds tries to get to the outside, drug down. Good open field tackle on the far side by Matthew Bird. Brings up fourth down and about 7.
And it looks like we're going to get a field goal right off the bat.
So 15-yard line, maybe the 14-yard line. Going to be placed at about the 21, so about a 31-yard field goal attempt by Kochmeyer here. Snap, the hold, the kick. It is wide to the left. And Summit Christian, no harm done on them with that opening turnover. Going to bring up a 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. So probably not the start the Cats were looking for there, as 3 pretty ho-hum plays turns into a 4th down and a missed field goal. So it's going to go back the other way. And Summit Christian is going to come out.
Pigskin goes down at the 20-yard line. Action to take place on the far side.
We're going to have a bunch in the backfield here. Now they're going to spread it out. 2 wide receivers to your right, 1 to your left. Pistol formation in the backfield. Sutton behind Ward on 1st and 10. So 1st down and 10 for Summit Christian. Balti 20 after the missed field goal. And Ward going to take it to the outside of the 23, dives forward to about the 25-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5. So gets about 5 out of it. I forget they reset it on that one. It wasn't inside the 20. They get it out of 20 out of missed field goal at the high school level. So they're going to give them 6. Ball up to the 26-yard line. So Ward in the pistol has Sutton behind him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right, as we got a 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Eagles. And hand off the middle to Sutton. Sutton's going to get a couple, and that's going to be about it. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Sutton, senior running back. Will be wrapped up by number 41, Tyson Wyatt-Smith.
So the freshman Wyatt-Smith with the tackle. Going to bring up 3rd and 2. Cats looking for a stop here on 3rd down. 8:58 to go here, first quarter. 2 wide receivers, far side, 1 in the near. Now they're going to go shotgun formation. Ward and Sutton together in the backfield, showing blitz. And they're going to throw it over the middle. They got their man, and a good open field tackle right there Got Johnston on the tackle. That was a first down catch by Bird. All the way up to the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Summit Christian Academy, moving the ball on the Cats here in the early going. Now the Cats get through there on a blitz and trying to get out of there. Maybe going to be a hold as the Cats chase him down and take him down.
Penalty flag is thrown on the stop, number 55, Jackson Nicholas.
So they're going to call the face mask. Might be a 5-yard variety. They didn't show personal foul, so we'll see. Will be a face mask. Will be 2nd down and a yard now. No, they're going to give him the first down. So up to the Cat 48-yard line. 1st and 10 coming for the Eagles. Pistol formation again. The take off and go, nowhere to go. Cats read that one beautifully. And Polk in there on the tackle along with Sims. They'll bring up 2nd down 11, so a yard loss on the play for Summit Christian. 7:53 to go here first quarter. Ward looks to the sideline, forward to the play. Pistol formation has Sutton behind him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. 2nd and 11 coming up. There's the handoff for Sutton. Nowhere to go again. Cats all over that one. Holden in there. Polk in there. They'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Summit Christian just past midfield. So about 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 11 coming up. Cats got a fumble on the first play, could not capitalize. Summit Christian now moving it from their own 20 into Cat territory down to the Cat 49-yard line.
Quarterback had to come out because of, I think, probably blood. Anytime a referee sees that, they'll take him out. So got a new quarterback in now.
So new quarterback, Caden DeLapp, the sophomore.
So DeLapp in there at quarterback, the sophomore. 3rd down and 11 coming up. And he drops the snap, and the Cats are on it. I think they're going to say 4th down. Nope, they did give it to the Cats. They never marked it. They never said anything, Gary. I didn't know what they were going to do. And that can happen real fast when you bring a different quarterback into the ball game. You see the replay, he just didn't watch it into his hands, and Weber there to fall on it. So the Cats at the 48-yard line of Summit Christian. See if they can get it going here. Shotgun formation this time, 2 wide receivers far side. Mitchell with Moore next to him in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff, look to pass, roll out. We got all day and still rolling, and finally runs it out of bounds after a gain of about 3 or 4. Good coverage by Summit Christian down the field. Didn't allow him to throw anywhere, Gary. So 2-yard penalty, or sorry, 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down and about 8. 6:36 to go here, first quarter. So headed up, shotgun formation this time. Reynolds with Mitchell in the backfield on 2nd and 8. And they're going to have handoff for Reynolds, and Reynolds breaks that first tackle, gets to the outside, breaks tackle inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Number 22, the sophomore Nate Reynolds. Uses some speed to get
Going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Cats offense looking stagnant early on.
They are looking a little flat. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say anything because Summit Christian looks like they've got a pretty good stiff defense. So hopefully we're going to be able to get Coach will be able to get this figured out and see what's going to work best for the Cats in this game. So
Going to go split back this time, wide receiver each side. Mitchell under center on 3rd and 6. And they're going to go counter. Nope, they're going to look to roll out pass, throw it in the flats for Moore. He's got a first down inside the 35 and out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. And that'll be a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. And I think some schools, they're just going to put 8 or 9 in the box and say, go ahead and try to beat us with the pass. And if that's the case, I like what I've seen so far from Max this year of changing things up and not being afraid to go to the pass.
Oh, I agree.
1st and 10, ball down to the 33-yard line. 3 wide receivers near side on the left. Lone back is Reynolds. They're going to go in motion and then up the middle with Reynolds, and he's going to get a chunk down to the 25. A quick 8-yard burst by the sophomore, and it brings up 2nd down and a pair with 5:33 to go here, first quarter. Kochmeyer checks in. A couple other Cats in there as well. Slade Holden into the ball game. Kochmeyer near side. Baker far side, split backs in the backfield. Moore and Reynolds. Under center is Mitchell. And they're going to hand off to Moore. And Moore's going to have a first down to the 22. He needed 2, got 3. And that'll move the chains and make it another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first. When you think home appliances, 1st and 10 Cats down to the 22-yard line with 5:03 to go first quarter.
1st and 10 for the Blue. Mitchell brings it with tie-in to the line. Here they go.
4 wide receivers setting out. Lone back in the backfield is Moore. Expect somebody to maybe go back there in with him. Nope. Baker's going to go from right to left. Fake the handoff. Look at that screen. They don't have it. Now they throw it out in the flats. Overthrow.
That was an excellent play by Mitchell because it was covered and he wanted to throw it and then realized he couldn't, backed up a little bit, and then went ahead and threw it away. It could have been very easily a pick six had he thrown it when he first was supposed to.
Well, we talked about it. Cats' offenses look stagnant, and I think part of the problem is film work by Summit Christian has been on point. They knew that play was coming because the Cats ran it a couple of times last week. Now a hard count. Summit Christian comes across, so that'll give them 5 yards there. And that'll move them into the red zone with 4:36 to go first quarter. And I feel like the Cats just need to break one, maybe to get going. You need a little bit of momentum. They've had a couple of turnovers already early on. Still haven't scored any points out of that. You get on the boards, that'll make you feel a little bit better. So 2nd down and 5 coming up. Wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Under center is Mitchell. Moore with him in the backfield, going to go in motion with Reynolds. He's going to set up in the backfield. And now look for that triple option. And now good cutback by Mitchell inside the 15-yard line to almost the 14. Going to get about 3. Going to bring up a 3rd and a pair.
Summit Christian is young, but they have won their conference for the last 4 years, and they have won the district 3 of the last 4 years. So they're no slouch, and they're no walkover, obviously, and we can see that tonight, especially with their defense.
So we're going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Everybody's got to get set back up now, and they do. On 3rd and 2. Handoff for Reynolds, and Reynolds just busts through. And that was a textbook Nate Reynolds run from 15 yards out. How fast did he hit that hole, Gary?
He was already past the first line, as we'll see a replay here in just a second, immediately.
Right, he's looking, he's ready. Snap, handoff, and he's into the 2nd level before Summit Christian even gets out of their stance. So touchdown Reynolds, 3:31 to go, 15 yards. Kochmeyer extra point. It is up. It is good. Cats lead 7-0. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. 3:31 to go here, first quarter. You got a summary for me?
That drive was 8 plays, 48 yards, took 3 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock with the 14-yard touchdown run by Nate Reynolds, making the score 7-0. Your Harrisonville Wildcats against Summit Christian.
Scoring summary brought to you by Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance. If you need a summary of your insurance coverages, call Lacey today. High end over end kick, taking it about the 12-yard line by Summit Christian up to the 25. Sutton cuts back to the 30, 35, and out of bounds. So 3:24 to go here in the first quarter. Summit Christian going to have it at their own 36-yard line.
The last 2 drives, they've had fumbles, one on the first play and one on the it was going to be the 8th play. That was because they had a new quarterback come in, as you said. A lot of times that happens. So they were starting to drive last time. Now they were 3rd and 10, whenever he came in. So let's see, because there are no slouch on the offense side of the ball either.
So Ward looking to the sideline for his play.
They brought a pretty good crowd over there from Summit Christian.
And Reiger in the backfield. And they're going to fake the handoff, throw it out into the flats. And on his horse to the 50. So Rieger with the catch. I'm sorry, I was wrong on that. I was looking at the wrong one. Gabriel Harris looked like it was in the backfield. And it is Harris in the backfield. 3:09 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 the score.
SCA started off with 8 seniors. One player was injured. Now they have 7 seniors. So first and
2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. And Ward got a shotgun formation, and he has Harris with him in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff to Harris. Now looking to throw. Nowhere to go. Cats were all over that one. Sims in there on the wrap-up and tackle. Takes it down to the 48-yard line, so 2nd down and 8 coming up with 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. So they get it down into Cat territory again. 2nd time they've been in the Cat territory. A little bit of feedback hanging on out there. I can kind of hear through my headset. So 2nd down and 8 coming up. Shotgun formation, 2 back set in the backfield. Harris, and they're going to hand to Harris. He's going to get a couple past the 45 to about the 44-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down. Going to get a personal foul on the back end of it, I believe, too.
So officials want the ball be the 44-yard line. Action remains here to the near side.
So we'll see if that's tacked on. Ball down to the 44-yard line.
Cats are back. Cats are backing up, so. There was one of the 3 15 yards we had last week.
So here we come, coming out of the game. It was Carter Johnston. And that's going to give him really good field position down to the 29 of the Cats. Checking into the ball game for the Cats was the sophomore Gavin Sartain. So Sartain in there. First and 10 for Summit Christian down to the 38. So in motion with
and look
Sutton
who.
And Cale Weber says, not on my watch, folks. Sack by Weber. They may just give that a tackle for a loss, as it looked like it was a running play. I don't know how you can tell the difference, but he gets the quarterback in the backfield for a yard loss. It all works the same. It's 2nd down and 11 and a yard loss.
Any way you slice it, 6 one way, half a dozen the other, I think they always say. It's right.
Absolutely. 2nd and 11 coming up, 1:15 to go here. First quarter play slow start to the ball game, it kind of feels like here. Nobody kind of getting crazy and rowdy. Not the same atmosphere we had last week. Into the flats they go for Sutton. Wrapped up and taken out of bounds immediately by Polk. About a 5-yard gain. And the 3rd down and 6 coming up for Summit Christian with 1:02 to go here in the first quarter.
3rd down and 6 action coming up. Ball at the 25-yard line. Action to be here on the near side as the play comes in for SCA.
On the far side for the play.
Michael Ward again takes the squad to the line, looks around, he's set, and here they go.
Ward going to stand in the pistol. Has Sutton behind him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right on 3rd and 6 at the Cat 25-yard line. And they're going to call a procedure there.
We'll wait for the call.
Look like Sutton might have took on. No, they're going to
call offside on us.
Yeah.
I mean, on Academy.
Penalty against SCA.
So we have 5-yard variety, so they'll be right back where they were before that 5-yard reception. It'll be 3rd down and 11. So 3rd and 11 coming up now with 1:01 to go here in the first.
And you got to believe, I didn't watch them warming up if they had a decent field goal kicker or not, but you got to believe if they get much out of this one, it's probably going to be 4-down territory because the punt's not going to do much for them. So
3rd and 11 coming up, quarterback in the pistol, back behind him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. And looking to go, nowhere to go with it. He dives forward, tries not to get a loss. Cale Weber in there again, reads it out of there. And it's going to bring 4th and 11. So Weber again reads that one. And Ward was trying to get something. He just kind of lunged forward, really. And it'll be 4th and 11. And Summit Christian's going to have to snap one here. There's a play clock under 17. So they are going to go for it here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Sutton next to Ward in the backfield on 4th and 11. And looking to throw. Ward's going to fire it. Wide open, end zone touchdown. Ward to Sutton. Breakdown in coverage there by the Cats, and that's been an Achilles of the Cats at times this year. And it's 7-6. Eagles strike back down 1.
Touchdown conversion coming up.
So 2.8 seconds to go here, first quarter.
Caleb needs to kick.
We had a left-footed kicker. I like to see that. In there to kick it is Means. Snap, hold, kick. True, and we're tied at 7. 2.8 seconds to go in the first. We'll be back.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
All right, set for the kickoff here. We'll get you a scoring summary in just a second. And Means set to kick it away, and he boots it. Little squib kick taken by the Cats at about the 30, and then dove on by the Cats at the 30. And One thing about a football, Gary, it doesn't bounce straight where it needs to go.
No, it does not bounce true. Scoring summary for Summit Christian was a 7-play, 64-yard drive. Took 3 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock with the 30-yard touchdown reception from Ward to Sutton to tie up the score 7-7. And we are at the end of the first quarter.
And that scoring summary brought to you by Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance. You need a summary of your insurance, give Lacey a call today. We'll be back after this.
Football season is here, and cold weather is sure to follow. Time to head to Young's Auto Repair and get your vehicle ready for winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family rolling down the road all winter. If something else is wrong with your vehicle, bring it in and let Young's diagnose the problem to get you back on the road. Young's Auto across the road from Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial Street.
Hey, Harrisonville. Say hi to several friendly faces from your neighborhood Culver's, home of delicious Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard that's always cooked to order. Stop by and try our double Butterburger with cheese, made with fresh, never frozen beef, seared on the grill as you order on a lightly buttered and toasted bun. And for dessert, grab a rich and creamy fresh frozen custard made in small batches all day long. See you there. Go Wildcats.
All right, Cats with their second drive of the night at their own 30-yard line. Third drive of the night, sorry. Handoff to Reynolds, nowhere to go. Nate going to be taken down. Got about a yard. Second down and 9. So second and 9 coming up for the Cats.
Second down and 9 coming up for the Wildcats.
Cats checking guys in, checking out, triple checks out. Second and 9 coming up. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right, split backs in the backfield. Under center is Mitchell on second and 9. And he's going to fake the handoff, look to throw. Still looking, chased out of the pocket. And going to get tackled out of bounds for a loss of about a yard. Summit Christian may be low in numbers, but they are thoroughly outplaying the Wildcats in the first half of this ballgame.
Yeah, they are. They have got a great game plan against the Cats, obviously.
And you know, we talked about it. I said it a little bit ago, Gary. I talked about how they look flat offensively. They look flat overall tonight. And I think it's a couple of things. Number one, you don't have a homecoming crowd. You don't have a rival here. It's just a little bit odd feeling so far here tonight. Third down and 9 coming up. And Mitchell going to fake the handoff, look to throw. He's going to roll out. And he's got room to run.
Good choice.
Tucks it past midfield to the 50, to the 45, and dives into Summit Christian territory. Down to the 41-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 42. Here comes a replay as Gary is feverishly adding up how many yards that was.
27 yards.
27-yard run, and you see him. Fakes 2 handoffs, rolls out, sees that he's got lane, and tucks it and takes off. Breaks that one tackle and gets into enemy territory. And here we go. Cats in the hurry up now. Well, I say the hurry up, but we watched the replay and everything else. Handoff to Moore, and Moore's going to get about 3, and that's about it. Down to the 39-yard line. Going to bring up second down, so 3-yard gain for the Cats with 10:20 to go here first half.
You know what I liked about that last play with Mitchell? You know, he recognized one, he had some space out there, and plus the receiver was taking the defender on with him, and the defender had his back to him, so he saw he had a lot of space, enough to get a first down. That's the first choice he wanted to make sure that he got.
So second down and about 7 coming up. In motion and now back into the backfield. They're going to hand off Reynolds. Nope, fake the handoff. Mitchell now looking to throw. Good stutter step by Mitchell inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. What a play by Mitchell, and another first down and another big chunk yardage by
13 yards.
The quarterback. That's another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances.
That's the Cats' 4th first down of the game, 2nd in this drive.
Malter 26 of Summit Christian. Cats hurrying to the line there. They're going to go in motion with Moore. He's going to stand in the backfield now with Reynolds and Mitchell, and they're going to hand off to Moore. And Moore gets a couple down to the 29. Pile pushed down to about the 23-yard line. So 2 becomes 4 on that last surge with 9:33 to go here in the first half of play. Kochmeyer holding, check in. Drogi and triple check out. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
The junior once again takes his squad to the line on 2nd down and 6. 9:13
And you know, I'll talk about it after this play here on 2nd down and 6. They're going to go in motion again with Moore. And they're going to give the handoff for Reynolds. Reynolds breaks a tackle, gets into the 2nd line and stays on his feet. Hard to bring down, hard yards inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And that is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Watch the tackles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th guy brings him down, Gary. Shows his power right there.
Yeah, he's got vision when he needs it, and he's got strength when he needs it. You know, he was very much of a compliment of his older brother. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
So 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, shotgun formation in motion with Moore. He's going to go line up off the end, and again another handoff for Reynolds. Reynolds tries to break to the outside and gets past the 10 to about the 7 and out of bounds. What I was going to say, Gary, before that last run by Reynolds is we talked about him being flat. I've noticed about 3 or 4 times so far tonight out of the huddle, the Wildcats are going the wrong way. Like, they'll go over to one side and then it'll be, oh, I'm supposed to be on the other side, and they're hurrying and they're mixing. It's almost like they're just out of whack so far tonight.
You never know. They may have started this week trying to put in some different plays to prepare for next week.
So 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Cats deep in Summit Christian territory. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right in motion with Reynolds. And handoff up the middle, Moore. Moore going to get close to that first down before he is shoved backwards. Going to bring up a 3rd down. 7:30 to go here in a fast-moving first half of play. Got an update from old friend alert, Phil Rogers. He's over watching the Summit Christian Crestridge game. Lone Jack Crestridge game. Lone Jack coached by Matthew Pyle, who used to be at Harrisonville, and an assistant coach on Crestridge that people might know the name of after this 3rd down. I'll give you that here. Split backs in the backfield. They're going to go Moore, and Moore cuts back inside the 5. He's got a first down, and it'll be down to about the 1-yard line. Brody Rogers, an assistant coach on the Crestridge football team. So a lot of people know Brody as a great basketball and also football player for the Wildcats. He is a Crestridge assistant football coach, and he is my assistant basketball coach.
That was the 10th play of the drive and another first down.
It's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. 6:40 to go, first half. 1st and goal, Cats. I'll say they're going to punch it in on this one. Mitchell under center. Hands off, up the middle. End zone, touchdown by Moore. See the replay here. Moore knew what was going, and he said, I'm getting in the end zone here. And he just barrels forward after the initial contact by a couple of Academy Eagles. So 13-7, extra point coming up. Kick is up. It is good. Penalty flag on the play.
Whistles are blown, flags are thrown.
False start on the Cats, so procedure is going to push them back 5 yards. It's the 2nd week in a row they've had one of those. Actually, I don't think it was last week. I think it was 2 weeks ago when they played at Pleasant Hill. They had one of those, so backed them up a little bit. That'll be a 25-yard extra point attempt. Snap, the hold, the kick. Still good. And it's 14-7 Cats. We'll be back after this.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
When you need a part for your vehicle or farm equipment, it's good to have someone local. Harrisonville Auto Parts, stocked with Napa products, is your local provider. No need to go to a national chain and pay marked up prices. Instead, keep your money and business local with Harrisonville Auto Parts. Next time the headlight goes out, head over to Harrisonville Auto Parts and have them take care of you. Next to Young's Tire and Wheel Center on Commercial.
High end over end kick, going to bounce out of bounds, way out of bounds. Not sure what happened on that kickoff. And I think he was trying to place it on the sideline again, and it just got away from him a little bit. So sometimes the growing pains from Kochmeyer there is, again, a football does not bounce the way or kick the way a soccer ball does too. I don't know if he was good with soccer. Here we go.
Scoring summary for the Cats. 11-play, 70-yard drive. Took 5 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. Clapped off by the 1-yard touchdown run by Moore, making the full score 14-7. Your Wildcats over Summit Christian.
Two wide receivers left, two to the right. Shotgun formation. Ward with Sutton with Harris in the backfield with him. On 1st and 10, they're going to go in motion with Sutton. And he is going to hand off to Harris. Harris up the middle and got about a yard or two. Going to bring up a 2nd down and long. So Samples in on the tackle there. 2nd down and 7 coming up. So 2nd down coming up for Summit Christian. Cats would like to get a stop here in a score before half. You make it 21-7, get that ball out of halftime, and all of a sudden you can flip the score real quick. Go in motion again this time with Sutton. Looking to throw his Ward, chased out of the pocket by Sims. Going to be on the run to the near side, still looking. Fires, sideline, incomplete. Great coverage on the sideline by the Cats. Addison Inge on the coverage. So Ing with the coverage. I've called him Inge all year because I was told it was Inge, but I hear Ing. So Addison Ing.
I would always listen to what Kevin says because he's got her down.
Absolutely. 3rd down now. So Addison Ing on the good coverage there. And on a 3rd down and 7. Again, 4 wide receiver set. Weber looks to the sideline.
There's
Ward,
the penalty.
sorry. And the play clock runs down. It'll be a delayed game. So Ward was looking over to the side, couldn't figure out what the play call was. We'll push him back 5 yards.
This will be a delayed game penalty against the Eagles.
I enjoyed talking before the game to their coach, Todd Burke. Seemed like a really nice guy. I think he's been there for 6 years with Summit Christian. Obviously, he's done well with them with, like I said, about the district and conference championships they've had over the past 4 years. So
Harrison Ward and Sutton are flanking I'll get it right eventually. That was Ward. He's being chased out of the pocket. He throws back to Sutton, and Sutton nowhere to go. Cats read it the whole way. Good open field tackle by Samples. Snuffed that one out real quick. Here comes a replay on this one. They read that one the whole way. Watch Samples go right over there to him, and boom. Lowers the boom, and Espen Glenn was right there with him. 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away. First punt return opportunity for the Cats here tonight. And our kick return contestant is Eric Larkworthy. If the Cats return a kick for a touchdown, they'll win a $100 Sonic gift card. Low kick, bounces at about midfield and out of bounds. Sorry, Eric, you're not going to get one on that return. Got good coverage on your insurance or want good coverage like that coverage? Call Brad Sainer of Farmers Insurance. So 1st and 10 coming up. Ball on their own 49-yard line. So with 4:50 to go, just what the doctor ordered for the Cats. We talked about it. Get the ball back with plenty of time, get a score. Ball back at halftime. You can make a 14-7 game look 28-7 real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that really puts the pressure on Summit Christian.
And something I'll talk about after this one. We got 2 wide receivers left to the right. Lone back in the backfield is Moore. And they're going to go in motion with Baker. And Mitchell going to fake the handoff to Moore, and he's going to look deep. A little bit too much on it going down the sidelines. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. What I was going to say, Gary, is want to see, I was getting ready to say, go with the running game here, wear down the interior of that Summit Christian line and see if fatigue doesn't start setting in on Summit Christian.
Yeah, especially with 8 guys going, and I think it's the whole line is going both ways. So after a while, Moore and Reynolds are going to really be taking it to them after play after play. So
shotgun formation this time. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the left. And they're going to go triple option to the far side. Mitchell pitches it back for Moore, and Moore gets past midfield, cut back to about the 47-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and about 6. 3rd down and 6. Sorry, they had that 1st down incompletion.
So 3rd down and 6 in the Wildcats.
Boy, Summit Christian was able to string that out long enough, but I got to hand it to Mitchell. He held the ball long enough to at least give him the opportunity to get some positive yardage out of that.
So they go to a 3rd down run here. 3rd down play. Under center is Mitchell. In motion, they're going to go. Into the backfield comes Reynolds, and Reynolds going to get about 3 or 4 of it. Going to bring up 4th down. 4th and about 2. Down to the 42-yard line. It's like the Cats knew they were going to go for it there. So we're going to bring up 4th and about a yard after the run by Reynolds. 3:42 to go. So here we go down on 4th and short. And offsides on Summit Christian. That was Ben Winters who jumped off, a sophomore. And that's a young guy mistake right there, Gary.
And a 1st down.
Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center 1st down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. So the Cats move the sticks down to the 37-yard line of Summit Christian. It'll be a 1st and 10. Kochmeyer to the far side, trips out to the near side. Moore, Baker, and in motion they go with Baker. They're going to flip back, and Baker looking to run it, cuts back and gets back to almost the line of scrimmage. Going to bring out a 2nd down and 12. So 2nd down and 12 coming up. 2:53 to go here.
Summit Christian holds the edges real well. I mean, they were there waiting on him. He really didn't have any place to go. You saw it coming, and Summit Christian you knew was going to be right there to be able to make a stop.
So ball to the 39-yard line. Split backs in the backfield. In motion with Baker. Fake the handoffs. Now throw it for screen pass for Moore. But again, nowhere to go. And he's still being chased, going the wrong way. And all the way back at the 48-yard line. And there's a Summit Christian player down on the field. He might have got a cracked block. I didn't see it. But the way he is laying on the ground there.
and player down.
So there is a personal foul. Yep. Oh, no. Targeting on Summit Christian, and there's a Summit Christian player down, so not a good thing.
He just.
Oh, so he changed it over.
Changed it, yeah.
Number 2, Caden DeLapp. Nice hand for him.
Personal foul, helmet to helmet contact. Not sure who it was on, but I thought that might have been the situation there. So it's going to be 3rd down and Raymore. Or no, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah? No? That's right. 3rd and about Raymore coming up for the Cats.
Well, the only good thing about this is it's 3rd down. They'll get a play unless some Christian will probably call a timeout. So they're only going to have 2 minutes left. Now they're going to have either their 2 or 3 timeouts left to be able to, if we don't get a first down, and that is a long way from Raymore to Harrisonville.
Maybe more like Grandview. It's back there. They've got it marked down, trying to do the quick math on it. 47 to the other 43, 35 yards to go. So I don't know if you have a 2nd and 38 in your playbook, and I think it'll be 3rd and 38 because it would have been a dead ball, I think. I could be wrong.
Well, they've got it 2nd down. It should be 3rd. This is going to be a 3rd down play because that last play stood. They've had 2 losses, so it's got to be 3rd down.
So 2:12 to go. They're going to go in motion with Baker. Inside out, and now Mitchell looking to throw. Rolls out. Cats get it off into the flats. Caught past the 50 to the 47-yard line by the Wildcats. It was Eli Baker on the near side and got a little bit of it back.
Eli Baker, the sophomore wide receiver. He'll be wrapped up at number 5, Jake Sutton.
And
I honestly don't know why it is 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 20 for the Wildcats.
I don't either. So they went from Grandview to maybe Peculiar.
Yeah, but I still don't. They've had 2 losses.
1:35 and rolling to play in this first half. Orange are away.
And I think the Cats may have not thought that's like, okay, well, it's 3rd down. We're going to see what we can do. So 3rd down coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
When you need a part for your vehicle or farm equipment, it's good to have someone local. Harrisonville Auto Parts, stocked with Napa products, is your local provider. No need to go to a national chain and pay marked up prices. Instead, keep your money and business local with Harrisonville Auto Parts. Next time the headlight goes out, head over to Harrisonville Auto Parts and have them take care of you. Next to Young's Tire and Wheel Center on Commercial.
So here we go, back at it. We were talking here. They're going to give them a 3rd down, and the Summit Christian coach is a little frustrated. He's saying it should be 4th down. Gary believes it should be 4th down as well. So 3rd down and long coming up. Reynolds and Moore in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff and fake another look to pass. They got Moore in the flats, and he's going down the sideline for a 1st down, all the way down to the 24, 25-yard line. That's a Trophy's Maytag Home Appliance Center 1st down. Again, they just find him out in the flats. They've been doing that a lot more. And Moore able to get the 1st down. So I say it doesn't matter now because they got it on the 1st down on the 3rd down, yet you're going to play that a little bit differently if it's 4th down and 18. You know what I mean, Gary?
Absolutely.
So 1:25 to go, first half, 14-7, Cats lead. And we're going to have a play coming up.
Illegal procedure on the Cats.
So I'll tell you, nobody wanting to take hold of this ball game either. Is a sloppy first half of play. Cats find themselves up, but feel like it could be way more. They had the or they had the fumble on the first play of the game and couldn't get any points out of it. That could be 21. And then you got going in here, it could be 28. But
well, they had 2 fumbles in Summit Christian territory, one at the 22 and one at the 20. I mean, that's where they started their first. Harrisonville started their drives.
So here we go, shotgun formation. Reynolds with Mitchell in the backfield. Or Mitchell with Reynolds in the backfield. I am all over the place tonight. And they're going to go with the run down the sideline.
There's a holding.
Holding coming back. So that's going to move out about the 14 to the 24. So they're going to gain 5 out of it, and we're going to have first down again. It'll be 1st and 10. Let's see where they run it off from. So it'll be first down and 9. So a 6-yard gain. So a 6-yard positive penalty on the Cats. Lone back in the backfield is Moore under center, and they're going to go with Reynolds back there in the backfield in the split back now. And they're going to hand off Moore. No, it'll be Mitchell, and Mitchell goes nowhere with it. It's back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up timeout coming up for the Cats, I believe. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this.
You want the best price from the best dealership? At Max Motors, we make it easy. Purchase or order your next new vehicle at invoice pricing. We honor all A, X, Z, and D plans, supplier pricing, and industry offers. At Max Motors, we guarantee to beat any dealer's online price by $500. Check out the Max Motors Guarantee. Contact us for a hassle-free quote. Max Motors is the easiest place to buy a car with the highest trade-in values in the Midwest. MaxMotors.com. See dealer for details.
Take the struggle of making homemade pizza out of the equation. Go see Marshall and Stephanie Hamilton, the new owners of Harrisonville Papa Murphy's, and let them do the prep work. Daily specials, new calzones, fresh sides, creative fundraising, and limited time pizzas, there's something for the whole family. Don't forget win or lose discounts every Saturday after the game on your order or $20 or more. Simply type Cats 50 after a win or Cats 25 after a loss and save big with Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville.
But I don't know.
All right, welcome back. 49.4 to go here in the first half of play. Cats have a 2nd and 10 coming up after the yard loss. And they hand to Reynolds, and Reynolds through the first line, spins out of a tackle, gets inside the 15 to the 16, or inside the 20 to the 15 almost. Gonna bring up a 3rd down. So 3rd and about a yard. Cats had to get up, hurry quickly. They only got 1 timeout left. They go on 3rd down and 1. And again, Reynolds fakes the handoff. They got a man. End zone intercepted by Sutton. And he's going to go down with it with 17.8 seconds to go. So Summit Christian will have it. Here's a replay, and Mitchell did not look for that Sutton crossover there. He had his man. That was thrown in the window too late right there, Gary. He throws that a little bit quicker. You got to lead your receiver into the end zone. Instead, he led him into the interception. It'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 20. So now Summit Christian, I mean, they don't have anything. Well, you don't want to get a turnover, but you don't really have anything to lose here. Ward in the backfield with Sutton on 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Another seam, you throw it over the seam again like you did in that first quarter for that first touchdown. Going to go in motion. They're going to throw it out in the flats. They got 3 timeouts. They're going to go to the 25 to the 30 out of bounds. Now you get it out of the shadow of the end zones up to the 30 with 10.4 seconds to go. Should be a first down. And yes, it is a first down. And now Summit Christian going to talk it over with 10.4 to go in the half. They had 3 timeouts. We'll take a timeout as well.
first half. It's first and 10 for SCA. They'll have it at their own 30-yard line when play resumes. Belton Regional Medical Center is proud to sponsor our wedding trainer.
We'll leave it right here. 10.4 seconds to go. Hey, it's a hot mess on the field. We're a hot mess up here tonight, too. You know, Jerry's probably listening, going, what in the world is going on? He's watching, he had a panic attack earlier. I'm sure he's listening now. So Jerry had to leave, and he was going to watch his wife. His wife was being recognized tonight as one of the homecoming queens. They were doing 50 years of kings and queens.
Oh, she's not going to like you for that. But anyway, go ahead.
I said 50 years. I didn't say it was the 50-year anniversary. What are you throwing me under the bus for? 10.4 seconds ago. Anyway, he had left. He'd been gone about 10 or 15 minutes, and it started sprinkling on us. So James answers the phone and was like, grab that. Oh, and sorry, it is pouring rain. So much so Jerry just hung up on us. So 10.4 seconds ago, first half, 14-7 our score. 3 wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side, empty backfield for Ward. He's going to roll out and look to throw. He's got a man down the sideline, incomplete. Good coverage on the far sideline. There's Polk on the far side. And it'll bring up a second down with 4.5 seconds to go and probably take us into the half if there is no score. Regardless, it'll take us into the half, I should say. So we'll go down to the field before we go to commercials. I think Travis Forschler is going to be down there with Coach Maxwell. Probably not a too happy Coach Maxwell. This might be like one of those Nick Saban interviews.
Well, he's doesn't have the headset on, and he's standing down there with his arms crossed. So what do you think? But, you know, he doesn't get that upset very often. So, I mean, he's not going to be really upset. Timeout by Summit Christian.
So we'll have a little bit more fun before we go to halftime. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back after this.
Looking for the most effective way to create clean, germ-free spaces where you live, work, and do business? Do you wish you could avoid required wet times, unpleasant odors, and residues left behind by often harsh chemicals? If you're looking for better ways to protect others from harmful infections or lost business and productivity, then call Renew Right today. We're here to provide you with the tools you need to promote safety and peace of mind that those counting on you deserve. If you want disinfection done right, then call Renew Right today at 816-226-7654.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wild.
All right, welcome back. 2nd and 10. And they're going to go with a draw up the middle for Harris. Nothing doing. And that will take us to the half. Cats lead 14-7. And Gary is going to try and get these stats tied up for you. I see Travis down there. He's going to try to grab Coach Maxwell and chat with him. So we will see if he gets a word with Coach Maxwell.
Around the 50-yard line and look for Mr. Tyler Wood standing with the Commerce Bank representatives. From there, you can choose to just take the $25.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for direction from my producer here.
From your friends at Commerce Bank. The winning ticket number is 42146.
So here we go. We're getting ready for halftime here. We're hopeful that Travis will get Coach Maxwell. So 19:40 to go here at halftime. We'll have a halftime show from the band coming up. Also, Silver Sensations usually perform at the half as well. Gary is going to get some stuff going on as well. We will see if we can get a couple of words with Coach Maxwell and Travis Forschler down on the side. And I don't know that we are unless he's going to come back out. I see him down there on the sideline, but I don't see Coach Maxwell. And, well, I could understand why we may not have Coach Maxwell. So we will see what we get going here. It is your 2-3 service or construction services halftime show coming your way as the Silver Sensations dance at halftime. Cats lead 14-7, and it wasn't without missed opportunities for those Wildcats in the first half. First play of the game, a fumble by Summit Christian. Cats could not capitalize, came out with 0 points. So we will come back and talk about more after this. You are watching High School Football on 4Ts.com.
Life is full of surprises.
We're pregnant.
And big or small. They often come when you least expect them. So when life gives you lemons or lemonade, it's good to know that someone's got your back. Whatever ups and downs come your way, we'll get you the tools you need to tackle them. After all, we're built for the unexpected. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted.
There's always something new going on at the Cider House. Cooking classes, special events, Airbnb, Granny Faye's Pie and Sandwich Shop, and more. Our upcoming farm-to-table dinner dates are September 17th, October 15th, November 19th, and December 17th. The shop is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 3, with lunch served from 11 to 2. Mums, pumpkins, and fall decor are coming in daily. Visit our website, www.theciderhouseevents.com, for tickets and more information. We hope to see you soon. Go Cats!
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics.
Say that again.
The latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment, or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Work late, kids got a game. Late night hunger. Good news, Domino's of Harrisonville is open until midnight or later every day. Instead of making a late night dinner or going through another takeout, order the Domino's app and pick up or even have it delivered. Dinner for the whole family, one click away on the Domino's app. Don't forget the garlic knots and dessert when you order. Domino's, your late night pizza stop.
Football is here, which means fall is coming fast. Fall means family fun at Red Barn Ranch. Come enjoy the corn maze, giant slides, corn pit, wagon ride, pedal tractors, food, all the pumpkins, and more. Mark your calendars. Opening day is September 17th. After the 17th, they are open Friday to Sunday through Halloween. Check their Facebook or website for festival and vendor dates. Red Barn Ranch on Jefferson Parkway, just north of Harrisonville.
With a wide array of services including massage therapy, acupuncture, cranial sacral therapy, Schroeder Chiropractic has you covered. The doctors and therapists will make sure you are feeling yourself in no time with quality care. Just off the historic Harrisonville Square on Wall Street, Schroeder Chiropractic is conveniently located in the heart of our town. With appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays and walk-ins the rest of the week, stop in and see them and let them put you on the road to a healthier you.
At Signature Will and Trust, owner and managing attorney Danielle Scavuzzo and attorneys Salvatore Scavuzzo and Brendan Barker tailor estate plans to fit your individual and family needs. A properly executed estate plan protects you and your loved ones in the event of your incapacity or death. Now is the time to call and schedule an appointment for a free consultation with Signature Will and Trust at 816-237-8555. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. Don't trim your own trees, risking life and limb. Call the experts at Stoico's Tree Service. From a simple trimming to massive removals and anything in between, Stoico's Tree Service has over 50 years of experience taking care of whatever's the root of your problem. Licensed, insured, and offering free estimates today. Let the experts take care of you. Find them online at STOYKO treeservice.com or call them at 816-838-7042.
People with disabilities deserve to live happy, fulfilling lives that enable freedom, independence, and safety. And that's why this message is so important. Casco area workshops are where people with disabilities have the benefit of a safe work environment that gives them the freedom and independence to work with and alongside people who see beyond their disability.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to halftime. It's our 2-3 Construction Services halftime show, and the Cats are leading 14-7 at the half. Gary?
Well, it's not really pretty, but the Harrisonville Cats have really doubled up everything that Summit Christian has had, including the score, but it's not been pretty. For the Cats, they've got 130 yards rushing, 47 yards receiving, for a total of 177 yards on 33 plays, ate up 15 minutes and 15 seconds of the clock. Individually, the leading rusher right now, ironically, is Mitchell with 62 with 7 carries. Reynolds has 54 yards on 10 carries, and Moore has 16 yards on 9 carries. Receiving, Moore has 33 yards receiving, and Baker has 14 yards receiving for the Cats. For Summit Christian, they have 23 yards rushing and 64 yards receiving for 87 yards total. 8 minutes and 45 seconds of the clock on 21 plays. Like he said earlier, the first 2 drives, were stalled because of fumbles. Actually, the first drive was the first play of the game, and then obviously that last drive, the 3 plays ended into half. Scoring, Harrisonville started the scoring with a 14-yard touchdown run by Reynolds. The extra point was good at first quarter, 3 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first. Then Summit Christian scored or tied it up with a 30-yard touchdown reception by Sutton. Extra point good. Made it 14-14 with 2.8 seconds left in the first. The only scoring in the second quarter was the 1-yard run by Moore. Extra point was good. That occurred at 6 minutes and 28 seconds left in the second, which left the score 14-7 where it stands right now. Nothing pretty by really anybody right now. Who's going to step up in the second half? We get to receive the ball, so it's a perfect opportunity. We had a perfect opportunity to at least get 3, if not 7, right there before the end of the half, and now we'll have an opportunity to come out at the half and get, since we deferred, get the ball in the second half. They really need to make a statement that first drive. If they don't, they have let Summit Christian stay in this as far as I'm concerned. Summit Christian is obviously a great program because they've done well on defense. They obviously scouted us well, have eaten up a lot of our plays that we always have. So we need to make a statement or it's going to be a long second half for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and it's just something's been off all night. It's been odd. It's you don't too many times you get 2 turnovers and you get hardly any points out of it. You had you had it down this way, the other way, and then you give it up on the interception. It could easily be 28-7. It's 14-7. I think Summit Christian came in as the underdog, and the longer you let an underdog hang around, the harder it is for them to go away.
Yeah, you can't get rid of an underdog in the second half when they are within a score of the game, because now you've given them the confidence, the momentum in the game, saying, we can play with you.
Yeah, and so I'll be interested to see. Cats got to make some adjustments at halftime. I feel like I need to make some adjustments at halftime because I felt like my first half play call was like on par with like my first time ever broadcasting the football game, and it was just everything's just been a little bit off. It's all Jerry's fault because he's
not
gone.
here.
So Jerry, if you're listening, it's what you get. We got the 2-3 Construction Services halftime show. We got more for you here in just a little bit on the halftime show. We're going to take a few minute break and rest our voices. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
Looking for the most effective way to create clean, germ-free spaces where you live, work, and do business? Do you wish you could avoid required wet times, unpleasant odors, and residues left behind by often harsh chemicals? If you're looking for better ways to protect others from harmful infections or lost business and productivity, then call Renew Right today. We're here to provide you with the tools you need to promote safety and peace of mind that those counting on you deserve. If you want disinfection done right, then call Renew Right today at 816-226-7654.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. Always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
I mean, we're in the 2-3 Construction Services halftime show, and somebody just won $125 from Commerce Bank, one of our great sponsors, as they have their Kick for Cash promotion at halftime, a 15-yard field goal. I remember a couple of years ago, Brecken Moreland got to do that as she was a senior soccer player, and she's the first one that knocked one through. Looked like a pro. We were talking about trying to get her signed up to be one of the Wildcat kickers at the time. So, again, your score at the half, the Cats lead 14-7, but story of the first half, Gary, is missed opportunities.
Oh, yeah. Their first drive, they started on Summit Christian's 17-yard line, and they had – we're going to do some replays, and we'll talk about that in just a minute.
And, you're talking about it is – There was the opportunities at the half, and you watch through. This is a Summit Christian drive.
Yeah, this is their second drive.
And we'll see this fumble coming up here in just a minute. So one of those things that things didn't go right for the Cats. You got a solid ball club when you're talking about things didn't go right in the first half and you're winning 14-7.
That is true. You win, and there's the second fumble that we got on Summit Christian's 48-yard line. That was their second drive. But we don't capitalize.
This might have been the one where we went and got a touchdown.
I'm sorry. We did capitalize on this one, yes.
But the first one was the one you wanted to capitalize on when you were down at the 20-yard line and couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, this is the 14-yard touchdown run by Reynolds. And there was another stop for a loss by Cale Weber.
But here goes a 4th down and 11
and
touchdown.
Wide open. Obviously, breakdown in the secondary. I think he came out of the backfield. He was in motion, came out of the backfield. Nobody picked him up.
That looks a lot like a play that I used to see years ago from Zach Davidson to Mason Saffles. And it happened all the time.
Here was a great, if you notice, the guy's got the defender's got his head towards downfield, doesn't pick up Mitchell as he's running.
And a good job by the wide receiver on the far side. He had his guy pinned to the sideline. He couldn't get past him. and gave Mitchell a chance to get those extra yards right there. And then another good run by Mitchell. He had 2 good runs on this drive.
Yeah, and this is the one that they drive. It takes them 11 plays, but they end up getting a touchdown. Tough running by both Mitchell and Moore here on this drive. And here's going to be the 1-yard touchdown run by Moore. Glad to see Moore get this touchdown.
And really, I mean, that's the first half in a nutshell right there.
That is.
You're going to see some more plays here before it gets to the half, but that is really, where we were in the first half. Cats had their opportunities, could not capitalize on those opportunities.
Here's I think the next play is going to be probably the 3rd down or 4th down, however you want to look at it, for a first down. Good play by Moore. Able to get just past the first down marker. And then this is going to be the interception. I think it'll put just a little bit of air underneath it, maybe a little bit more on the outside. But, he's just a junior. I mean, he's done well. He has matured as the season has gone on. And those kind of mistakes are going to make him a better quarterback when it comes into November.
Absolutely. So those are some replays from the first half. Cats got some adjustments to do. We'll take an extended timeout here. We'll be back with more on your 2-3 Construction Services halftime show after this.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit, because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest.
All right, welcome back at halftime. One more special segment here at halftime. Gary, it is our Mental Health Minute, and so glad to be partnering with the Wellness Counseling Centers. They've got a new one. They just got to us later today, so we weren't able to get that new one on, but you can listen to the other one. And just, we always want to stress how important it is to talk to somebody if you need somebody to talk to. If it's not us, if it's not the Wellness Counseling Centers, if you're feeling down, go talk to somebody.
Oh, absolutely. And, the last couple of years has not been easy for anybody. I mean, a lot of people have been cooped up, especially a lot of the older people, a lot of the younger people that are used to being in school with their friends and their classmates couldn't go. They were working, or they were being taught remotely. So that really makes a big difference in your growth as far as relationships and everything else. That has got to be tough.
I will tell you, second year at Chilhowie, and last year was kind of the first year back, full year with the kind of some normalcy, but we still had some quarantines. We still had some things going on. I feel like this year, this school year's is the first year we're back to normal stuff.
Right.
No mask, none of the other stuff. You don't hear about it as much, and I feel like we're getting there. And so check on those kids. Check on those elderly. Check on those. They haven't had a lot of guests in the last couple of years, and they haven't had a lot of interactions. And check on them. Talk to them. Hold a door for somebody. We always talk about all that stuff. And just make sure your mental health is at the forefront.
I was talking to somebody just this last week, and we were talking about the mental health minute that we have at halftime. And, it's that as you walk past somebody, hope you're having a good day. Just nice comments, because one of those comments may make a difference in somebody's life. You don't know. You may never know. But if you're nice to people, you treat people with respect and dignity, who knows what person that you do that to may end up changing their life.
Absolutely. So we got the Mental Health Minute, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello, and welcome to the Mental Health Minute, brought to you by the Wellness Counseling Center, LLC. I'm your friendly neighborhood couples and family therapist, Jeff Camp, and today we're talking about coping skills. So what is a coping skill? A coping skill can be any kind of strategy or activity that helps you to relax or to help you escape from the problems at hand. So let's explore each one together. Physical type coping skills. This can include anything from walking, going on a little hike, hitting the gym, or even just doing something physical with your kids or pets. Escape type coping skills. Escape type coping skills can include playing video games, watching a movie, reading a book, or doing anything that helps you break the norm for yourself. Social type coping skills. These include talking to someone else, joining some kind of group or social organization, or even talking to your therapist. That's what we're here for. Relaxation type coping skills. These include anything that helps you to relax and take your mind off the stressors at hand. They could include several of the other ones we've mentioned already, like reading, going for a walk, switching up your location for the moment, or even just gardening or doing something that just helps take your mind off of things. Creative type coping skills. Personally, I love doing this one as well. Perfect. Creative type coping skills can involve many different ways of expressing yourself, including dance, cooking, listening to music, or even just expressing yourself creatively and throwing something down on a page to see what comes out at the end. These have been the 5 different types of coping skills. I encourage you this week to go out and try something new, or maybe blow the dust off of something that you haven't done in a while. And while sometimes we're not able to access maybe a physical type coping skill, we might be able to do a social or relaxation one. So make sure to have a very diverse list of coping skills for yourself. And go out there, and I encourage you, as Jeff from the Wellness Counseling Center, LLC, to be well.
Welcome back to the 2-3 Construction Services halftime show. Cats lead at 14-7 at the half, and Summit Christian hanging around. We talked about the numbers at halftime, Gary, and we talked about maybe wearing down Summit Christian. It'll be interesting to see how the second half starts.
Yeah, and like I said, I think this first drive is going to mean a lot to both teams, because if we don't go out and we don't take care of business here, it could very, very well be a long second half for the Cats. They may end up prevailing, but they could really make the game different if they come out and make a really good drive right here.
And at the end of the day, if they can get a victory, you never apologize for getting a win. So it doesn't matter if it's pretty, if it's ugly, what it might be. You don't ever apologize for that. So we'll see how it rolls in the second half.
Yeah, and I think, again, kind of like last week, I look for some players to step up. You know, last week it was Reynolds on offense. You know, had some big plays that I kept, gave them a spark, kept them going on offense. And you had those plays by Kel Weber, who really made a difference on the defensive side. And especially that last series, you got the sack, and then you had Espen Glenn come up with a big hit there at the end of the game to kind of seal the deal as far as all the defense goes. So I look for a couple of players to step up, some senior leadership and some youth leadership, because they're going to be the future of the Cats as well.
They're absolutely going to be the future of the Cats. And we talked about the Cats are young, too. They got a lot of sophomores and juniors littering the field. So there's going to be growing pains from time to time, and hopefully the Cats get things worked out at halftime. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. We're going to take it back to the field. And thanks again for joining us for that 2-3 Construction Services halftime show. All right, Summit Christian set to kick it deep to start the second half, or at least we think they're going to kick it deep, as Caleb Means set to boot it away. Cats have Loeffel back in. And here's the kick. Taken by the Cats. No, bounced at about the 20. Now picked up by the Cats, 25. Try to get to the outside to the 30. And out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So a solid return. So Eng with the kickoff return, and he brought it all the way across the field, thought he might break one, and Kevin Markworthy was thinking, hey, I got some Sonic coming my way, but not to be.
Yeah, it looked like he was wanting to dance down that sidelines. If he had another yard or two, maybe once he got that edge, if he could have gotten past that edge and had a little bit more outside, he would have been somebody's happy day for a kick return.
Yes. Wide receiver flanked out, far side, split backs in the backfield. Under center is Mitchell on 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 37. Up the middle they go with Reynolds, and Reynolds stays on his feet, and he breaks the tackle to the 50, to the house.
Just like I said.
I can't wait to watch this replay.
63 yards.
63-yard touchdown run. You can't tackle him up high, and you can't arm tackle him. And here's the replay. Watch this. Tackles being broke here. I thought he was dead to rights 2 or 3 times on this play. Here we go. First contact. Oh, breaks that one. Here comes 33. And nope, I'm going to break that one. And now the foot race. And you're not going to beat him in many foot races. Part of the 4x1, back-to-back 4x100 state championships in Class 4. And that's saying something. Kick is up and kick is good. 21-7. We'll be back after this.
Insurance is something we all have to have. Go somewhere with all insurances in one place. Stafford and Stafford Insurance. With auto, commercial, life, health, farm, and crop insurance, Stafford has you covered. With coverage like that, they are sure to have the right policy for you. Instead of dreading a call to get an insurance quote, call the team that covers it all. Stafford and Stafford Insurance, located on Commercial across from Holland's Auto Sales.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
All right, here we go. Here's the kick. High end over end kick. Going to be taken at about the 10-yard line by Summit Christian. Up ahead, they go to the 20. Sutton gets a tackle broken up to about the 22-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
And Sutton is a good runner because he had a sidestep and it was a woof. I'm going to give you some of your play. I mean, it's really tough. One play, 63-yard touchdown run by Reynolds. Took about 30 or about 23 seconds off the clock to make the score 21-7. Your Wildcats over Summit Christian. And that's the spark I was talking about that very well may make the difference in this game.
So 21-7 now. That scoring summary brought to you by Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance. You need a summary of your insurance coverages, give it Lacey a call today. 2 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. Pistol formation. Ward has Sutton with him in the backfield on 1st and 10 from their own 23. And here we go. Hand off to Sutton, and he's going to get to the 25-yard line. Good wrap-up tackle on the far side.
And who started that was Kel Weber. Stopped it, and then it was finished up
by Espen Glenn to be able to wrap him up and take him down after a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Looks like they're going to give him 4 on that one. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 with 11:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So just underway second half. 1 play, touchdown by the Cats and Nate Reynolds. Ward in the pistol formation. Sutton behind him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here we go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Throws over to the flats. Gets his man complete. Close to a 1st down. Looks like he's going to be enough for a 1st down. Caught by Rieger. So Rieger's going to get it. They're going to mark him all the way up to the 32. Got a really good spot there.
That's 4 catches for 45 yards for Rieger.
So Ward now looking to the sideline. So Ward and Sutton in the backfield. We're going to go shotgun this time as Sutton going to line up right next to Ward. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right on 1st and 10. In motion they're going to go. They're going to go hand off Rieger, ball on the ground. Almost the 3rd fumble of the night. Cats are able to wrap him up, take him down on the far sideline. I believe that was Polk covering it up. So brings up 2nd down and 14.
Forgot to mention first half, the Summit Christian had 5 1st downs to 8 for Harrisonville Wildcats.
So 2nd down and 14 coming up. Pistol formation again. Sutton, they're going to line him up next to him. So out of the pistol to the shotgun. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right still. And this time they fake the handoff. Quick hitter on the far side. Immediately taken down by Cameron Lawful. So Stone with the catch. Not the best name to have if you're a wide receiver, Gary. Stone. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Cats. And offsides called on the Cats. I think that was Sims that jumped over. So now 3rd and long becomes 3rd and a yard. I was talking about having the last name Stone as a wide receiver. The first thing you think of is Stone hands. He had great hands there. You know, we called Cameron Lawful's name on that tackle, Gary. We don't call Cameron Lawful's name a whole lot, and that's because he's such a good cornerback, and I'll talk about it after this one. Pistol formation. Ward, he's going to go in motion with Sutton, and he's going to go up the middle with it. Not quite going to get there. He dives forward. Had him wrapped up in the backfield. I think that was Cheek in the backfield. Going to bring up 4th down and 1. So 4th and about a foot, if that. So they're going to hurry to the line. Going to go under the shotgun again. Quick snap and 1st down called. He got it. So Jackson Nicholas thought they stopped him, but he got the initial 1st down before he was pushed backwards. Well, I was talking about Cameron Lawful. He's out there at cornerback. Well, not calling his name ever. Well, one of the reasons why is nobody throws his way.
He's on an island, and he takes care of the island himself.
Yes, he does. And that's why you don't hear his name a whole lot. It's because he does that well. So 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Ward throws into the flats. Dropped on the far side by Stone. See, that's my fault. I feel bad. poor Stone. I just talked about having a bad last name for being a wide receiver, and then he dropped that one. That's on me.
That happened last week, with the quarterback. He had six straight receptions and then had 3 incomplete passes after I said he had 6 complete passes. So you said it at the right time.
So, Kaysen, I apologize if you're listening back and you're like, what happened there? That was all on me. Here we go. 2nd down and 10 coming up. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. And they're going to hand off to Sutton. Cut back by Sutton. Stays on his feet till about the 47-yard line. Going to get about 4. Looked like he was stopped in the backfield and able to get back 3 or 4 yards. And with 7:50 to go here in the 3rd, Cats lead 21-7. Got an update from my wife at halftime. Warrensburg was getting beat by Center 42-3. So I got a feeling we're going to have our hands full next week.
Yeah.
So 3rd down coming up. 2 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. In motion they go, and that's a penalty.
That should be a penalty.
And they don't call it, and now it's knocked down by, looked like that was Owen Adair coming through there.
That happened to us last week, like 5 plays, and we got called on those. And when he was going, because if you noticed, the running back was going towards the line of scrimmage at the snap.
Coach Hanna's going like this. You can't see me up here, but he keeps pointing. He was going to the line. He was going to the line. And now they're going to try a unique formation here, and now a timeout going to be called by the Cats. I know what they were going to do there. They were wanting to get that line over there. They were going to snap it quickly and try to throw it over behind that wall of blockers for Harris. Instead, we got a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout as well.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
And we're back.
We are back, and we were just seeing Coach Maxwell is over there talking to the official and saying, how do you not see that as it goes? I don't know if we got time. I would love to have James bring up a replay on that, but I don't know if we can or not to see what we were talking about. So 4th and 6 coming up. Maxwell's not happy. You can tell. And you can know, like you said, Coach Max doesn't get too fiery, but when he does, he is not having it. So I believe we may see Wyatt Smith take our. Now we got a whistle and a flag, and they're going to say false start, maybe. So Wyatt Smith was lined up, and you could see him look to the sideline. He's just a freshman. He was like, "You want me to go? You want me to go? Like, go there?" So illegal motion, going to bring it fourth down. You know, they always joke around about makeup calls. Not real sure if that was. I didn't see any movement there, so I don't know what they're calling. Now some Christian coach is like, what is going on out here? So this is the longest fourth down play in high school history.
Truly, I think both coaches on different plays really have a little bit of because here now Coach Max is upset because you're supposed to be able to call a timeout if you want to have a discussion with the referee. And Summit Christian did not call a timeout. It's off the penalty.
Coach Max just chucked his headset down. He was like, listen, all right. So it's going to be 4th and 10, I think. We'll see. 7:21 to go. They're going to still line up in the same position they did. And again, I saw Wyatt Smith look over to the sideline. Go. So we'll see what happens here. Now he's going to back up. And we are ready for this play here. And they're going to want to chuck it out near side, I think. No, they're going to pitch it back to Sutton. Sutton's going to get to the outside, nowhere to go. And it's a first down for the Cats. Cameron Lawful had none of it there. Hey, we called Cameron's name a couple times in a row. They tried to pick on him now, and he's like, listen, remember that island I was talking about? You know, back in the day, they called that Revis Island, the cornerback for the Jets. So Lawful Island is in full bloom here this fall. 1st and 10, ball to the 44. 1st and 10 for the Cats on the 44-yard line of Summit Christian. Split backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers set near side on 1st and 10. Here we go. Mitchell going to hand off for Moore, and Moore barrels forward.
He's not going to let Reynolds outdo him. So
going to give him 9 quick yards on that one. Tribble and Holden check in. Droege checks out along with Greg. And a 2nd and 1 coming up. Moore to the left, Reynolds to the right. Under center is Mitchell. This time they're going to hand off for Reynolds. He's got the first down and a few more. Inside the 30 to the 29, a 6-yard run by Nate Reynolds and a first down. And that's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances.
Forgot to mention that last touchdown run by Reynolds got him over unofficially 107 yards on 11 carries. Now, with that run, it takes him 113 yards on 12 carries.
Under center is Mitchell. Split backs in the backfield on 1st and 10. They're going to run in motion with Reynolds and hand off to Moore. Cut back and stays on his feet inside the 30. Dives forward to about the 28-yard line. Sorry, 22-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and short. And we got an injured player on the field for Summit Christian, and we'll take a quick timeout. Cats lead 21-7 and on the move.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
All right, handoff up the middle to Reynolds. He's inside the 10 to the 5. Ball pops out into the end zone. There's a scrum for it. Touchdown, Wildcats. Hey, I ain't got a clue who got it, but Gary, guess what? We've got replay, and we're going to see who covers this one up. Maybe. Oh, yeah. I forgot. We got back really in time. Here we go. Up the middle to the 10, to the 5. Bounces in.
I have no idea.
So, well, Gary will get that in the timeout. Touchdown, Cats, 28-7. We're going to take a timeout. Cats in control now. 5:43 to go in the third.
Wellness is the state or condition of ideal physical and mental health. We at the Wellness Counseling Center are passionate helpers. From the foundations of love, grace, kindness, and joy, we hope to humbly encourage others to embrace their self and find peace. Because when I is replaced by we, even illness can become wellness. Call us at 816-974-7378 and set up an appointment so we can change your I into a we.
Baker.
Who?
Baker. Oh, we are back live. Eli Baker covered that touchdown. So popped into the end zone. Good run by Reynolds. He got about 20 of it. Maybe actually he probably had almost, well, he got about 20 of it. And then it was covered up by Baker in the end zone. Cats avoid a catastrophe there. High end over end kick going to be taken by Sutton at his own 15-yard line, trying to pin him on this near side. And he is off to the races to the 40 and still on his feet past midfield. Down to the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10 for. Here's the replay coming up from Sutton, and he just takes it right down the sideline. Nothing fancy. And then the Cats struggle to bring him down. Balti 48-yard line of the Cats. So Ward with Sutton in the backfield. 28-7 Cats now with the lead. 2 wide receivers to your far side, 1 to the left side on 1st and 10. And they're going to hand off for Sutton, and he cuts down the sideline, gets to the 40, and is brought down by a host of Wildcats. Samples in there. Wyatt Smith in there. Espen Glenn. Ing.
That last scoring drive, I'll give it to you real quick, was a 4-play drive capped off by the Reynolds-Baker touchdown. Reynolds doing, but I think Baker will probably get credit for all 22 yards. Extra point good, making the Cats 28-7 over the Eagles.
So that brings up a 2nd down and 2. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And they're going to fake the handoff for Sutton and nowhere to go. Wyatt Smith in there along with Samples, I believe, and Weber. Brings up 3rd down and about 3. So 2nd and short comes 3rd and 3. That scoring summary was brought to you by Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance. If you need a summary of your insurance coverage, give her a call today. Here we go, and now a run by Ward. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. I think he might have it. He just took off with it on his own. And they are going to give him the 1st down. Bring up a 1st and 10 with 3:55 to go here in the third.
3:54 left to play in this third quarter. Play comes in.
So 1st and 10, ball to the 38-yard line.
There they go.
Wide receiver far side, 2 to the left side. And false start. The right tackle got up and took off a little bit early, like Cash Pritchard.
Well, and that's the side that Kel Weber's been on most of the night, so you can understand why he's wanting to get just a little bit of extra
time to get up and not let Weber beat him, because Weber's kind of undersized for a defensive end, but he's fast and quick, and he can pose a mismatch for you on that. So 1st and 15 with a 28-7 lead for the Cats, 3:20 to go here in the third. Ward has Sutton behind him in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the left. And they're going to come this way and a couple of yards, and that's going to be it. Weber with the tackle. They're going to get about 4 out of that one, bring up 2nd and 10 now. So they give him 5, so all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming up. 2:45 to go here in the third. 28-7 our score. And they're going to go up the middle with it. Sutton going to get about 3. Bring up 3rd and 7.
On the stop was number 5, Espen Glenn.
Sutton's a tough runner. He's not show, you know, he's only had 6 carries for 22 yards, but he's tough to bring down. I mean, he's had 3 receptions for 26 yards. Actually, he had one of those for a -9 yards. He had 35 after 2 receptions.
So they're going to go shotgun formation this time. Wide receiver left side, 2 to the right side. Sutton flanking Ward to his left. And now they're going to go over the middle through the hands of Stone.
You're not going to say it, are you?
Didn't say anything. 4th down. 1:55 to go. Again, my bad.
You know, you got to hand it to Ward, though. There's been several throws that he was going to make a throw and realized he shouldn't make the throw because he had a pump and it was covered, and he held on to it to come up with another with a better throw. He's done that several times tonight, so you've got to hand it to him for that. He's only a sophomore.
Exactly. I was getting ready to say he's only a sophomore. Ward rolling out, throws it on the flats, incomplete. Again, went for Lawful over there. Lawful was having none of it. Good coverage by him. And with 1:50 to go in the third quarter, Cats are going to take over on downs.
So 2 series that they have held on downs.
1:50 to go in the third. So 1st and 10 coming up. Whistles are being blown. And Harris going to have to come off on defense. Something happened right there. I'll tell you what, he's right in the middle. I bet you they change it and go to a middle, run right up the middle here. You go in motion, put Reynolds in the backfield, and they're going to go right at him. I said this might be where they go, and they sure as heck do. Right up the middle, 8-yard run. The tackle by Hunter Bell, the junior, brings up a 2nd down and 2. I'm going to say 1, I guess. So 1:27 to go here, third quarter. Split backs, 2 wide receivers set near side. So here we go. Up the middle this time, Moore. 1st down and Moore.
Ball.
And the ball on the turf, and Cats are able to cover it, I believe, up close to midfield. So Moore gets a 1st down. Cats are able to cover it. So a couple of fumbles here in the third, and the Cats have been on the right end of those fumbles, being able to recover them.
And that's a first down by Moore.
So Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first. When you think home appliances, 1st and 10 near midfield, just under a minute to go, third quarter. Back in motion. They get 2-back set. Handoff for Reynolds. No. The pull by Mitchell. And Mitchell's going to get 6, maybe 7. We'll see where they mark him. They're going to give him 6. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Cats will have to at least run one more play here in the third quarter. So 2nd and 4. The wide receiver, Baker, is out to the left. Near side is Kochmeyer on 2nd and 4. And they're going to go on the counter. No, looking to throw. Now Mitchell has to get out of trouble. Gets it into the flats for Moore. And a first down for Moore. Down to the 31-yard line. As he steps out of bounds.
14 yards for Moore.
14-yard play by Moore, and another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. So Cat's going to get one more playoff here in the third. Leading by 21, trying to add to it here. Long back in the backfield is Reynolds, and he's going to get the handoff, and he is on to the secondary, to the 10, to the house.
31-yard touchdown run. That's 162 yards unofficially.
Reynolds starting to wear down the Summit Christian defense. So here we go. We're going to have a replay of this, and just he's so quick to the hole, Gary. Watch this. Boom, he makes that first guy miss, and then he makes a couple of more miss on his way to the end zone. I don't know if I've seen a running back strip tackles the way Nate Reynolds does, and that includes his brother Jace and his brother Wyatt. Kick is up. Kick is good. 35-7, Cats with the lead. We'll be back after this.
Just got done running a bunch of quotes. Why would anyone want their quotes done here? Fast quotes, accurate quotes, family owned and operated. Well, tell me more. What do they offer? Commercial, auto, home, life? Here, scan the QR code. I gotta get back to running. All right.
Warren and Mounts Agency, one of our great sponsors on 4Ts. You see Church and Dwight on there. CPSK Insurance as well. We've got some great sponsors. No time is on the clock. Do they have to have a kickoff with no time on the clock? There we go. We're going to start the fourth quarter, I believe. So we had the into the third quarter and the change of possession all in one there as we get to start the fourth quarter. High end over and kick again by Kochmeyer, taking about the 10, dropped by Christian and picked back up on the far side. And again, Sutton breaks a tackle past the 40 to about the 44-yard line.
That last scoring drive, 5 plays, 65 yards, minute 45 seconds off the clock, capped off by the 31-yard touchdown run by Reynolds. Extra point good, makes it 35-7. The Cats over the Eagles. That unofficially gives Reynolds 162 yards on 14 carries, and if he would have gotten the 22 yards off of that touchdown, which I don't think he would, that would make him at 184 yards. So good night for Nate Reynolds is what I'm getting at.
Absolutely, good night. And, you know, Gary, I'll talk about it after this play. Shotgun formation, Harris with Ward in the backfield, 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. See if they try to go seam route here for Sutton. They try to get him in space. They get him off on the sideline and incomplete. And all of a sudden they keep going after Lawful. We just talked about we don't call his name a whole lot. Now they're kind of going after Lawful on the far side. Oh, no, I don't think that is Lawful. I thought that was Lawful. They got those arm things on, and Lawful has them. That was not Lawful. That was over on the far side. I think that was Samples, actually, they were going after over there. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. Now they're going to move Sutton to a wide receiver set. 2 wide receivers. He's out to the left side. Shotgun formation on 2nd and 10. Fake the handoff. They're going to throw it out in the flats. Incomplete. Good coverage by Lawful. That was Lawful on this side. Tried to wrap that one or grab that one up, and Lawful just came from behind and just poked it away. Brings up 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10. Ball back to the 40. Action back to the far side.
You know, Lawful reminds me a lot of Nick Laughlin. Several years ago in 2016, he was on that state championship team. Plays cornerback a lot like he did. Laughlin, Lawful, too many L's in that for me. All right, 3rd down and long. Chased out Ward. He's going to throw one up for grabs. And incomplete through the hands.
You know, and that was an excellent throw by the sophomore. I mean,
triple coverage almost back there as well, and he was still able to almost bring it in. It brings up a 4th down for Summit Christian, and I think they're going to have to punt this one away on their own 40-yard line with 11:33 to go here in.
Next Friday night, SCA will play University Academy as they get into their conference schedule. The Center Yellow Jackets travel here to Memorial next Friday night. Catch them here live. So punt formation show.
So punt coming up. Eric Larkworthy, get ready. This is a Sonic punt return situation. Picked up by the Cats at their own 30, 35, 40. Down the sideline to the 50. It's going to go to the house, but it's coming back. I saw the flag. I didn't want to get too excited. That's as close as we came to giving away some free Sonic in 4 years. A big free Sonic. We give away free Sonic every week, but
I would say I want to see the replay, but not on a penalty for the Cats, so I don't want to see it.
So that one's coming back. Like we were going to have a punt return for a touchdown.
And Ward, I mean, obviously plays both ways, and he's limping a little bit too. Hate to see that.
I'm not sure if the Cats have had a punt return for a touchdown since Derek Haug several years ago. Derek, you're getting old, buddy, if you're watching.
Yeah, that's been several years ago.
2007, coming my first year, or in one of those couple of years. I always used to call Derek PlayStation because he had the spin move, the stiff arm, and he was fast. He'd hit the speed burst as well. I remember him returning the punt for a touchdown. I don't know if the Cats have had one for quite a while. So instead, the Cats will have it at their own 21-yard line. So Moore going to be to the far side.
A score here puts with an extra point, gets the running clock. So it'd be good for them to be able to get a running clock and be able to get out of this, hopefully maybe with no other injuries.
And Reynolds going to try to get to the outside, and he is going to be taken down for a loss. He's going to lose about 8 on that one. He tried to get away, and I'm not. Stone, you got to give him credit there. It was a stone wall as he was able to bring him down and did not give up on Reynolds. If you give up and you do not if you let go, he's going to hurt you.
You're trying to get a little bit of credit back from Stone, aren't you?
A little bit. Here we go, 2nd down and long. Trips out to the near side. Lone back is Reynolds in the backfield, and they're going to hand to Reynolds. He's going to go up the middle, and he may take this one, and he will, to the 40, to the house. Another house call for Nate Reynolds. The doctor is in.
87 yards. That puts him over 200 yards for the evening.
87-yard touchdown run by Nate Reynolds with a house call.
So he made up the 8 yards plus.
He did. Does he know that he does get negative yards for those 8? So good run by Reynolds there. And once you get him, that arm tackle ain't going to happen with Ward. and he had nobody within 35, 40 yards of him as he hits it into the end zone. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is good. 42-7 Cats. We'll be back after this. $10:19 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, clock will roll as the Cats are up 42-7.
That touchdown drive, 79 yards with the 87-yard touchdown run by Reynolds. Took a minute and 15 seconds off the clock. Extra point was good. 42-7 with the running clock here in the fourth quarter with 10:19 left.
I may have accidentally given Nate Reynolds a new nickname. I said he made a house call. The doctor is in. So 10:19 to go here, fourth quarter, 42-7 the score. High end over and kick. This is going to roll dead at about the 4. And Summit Christian nowhere to go with it. At his own 7 is Sutton. And my, oh my, how things have changed in the second half, Gary.
Well, and we talked about it at the beginning of the game and at halftime. 8 players are going both ways. And the attrition, I don't care what happens and how cool it is tonight, still 48 minutes playing both ways is tough.
So it is 42-7. Clock rolls. Summit Christian, Sutton behind Ward. In the backfield, 2 wide receivers, 2 to his right, 1 to his left, on 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. They're going to hand off to Sutton. He's going to get up to the 10, and a host of blue hats take him down. Going to bring up a second down for Summit Christian. And, you know, in all reality, too, you know, we talked about it, just they looked off in the first half. The Cats wear on you with their running game, too. And we've seen that for several years. You pound them, those 6-yard runs become 12, become 20, become 50 and 80, and that was the situation here in the second half.
That's the way, you know, Jace did it in the second half. Nate's doing it here.
Here we go on the second down run. Ball on the turf, covered up by Summit Christian. And the Cats somehow come out of there with it. Espen Glenn with the fumble recovery. 42-7, and the Cats go out. First and goal, up by 35.
Fresh troops are coming in for the Cats. Officials spotted the ball at the 7-yard line. Action to take place here on the near side.
So here we go. Looks like first team O still in there right now. This might be their last hurrah of the night. Mitchell under center. They're going to go in motion with Reynolds, put him in the backfield. And on first and goal, they're going to hand off to Moore. Touchdown, Cats! Michael Moore for 6, and it is 48-7. Cats with the lead, and a flag came in late. I believe I saw a flag fly. Michael Moore with the score. And then the flag comes in. We'll see what they call here. It's at the feet. So here's a replay coming up. We'll see what happens here. So Moore into the end zone.
Oh, he did a flip.
You can celebrate a little bit in high school, maybe not.
Well, and look who's coming off the field. I think Coach is probably going to have a little talk with him. Yep, I think it was.
Coach Maxwell just stood there. I think you know what he was thinking. And 48-7 our score, extra point coming up.
And I haven't seen that backflip by anybody in high school for a while.
Well, now I actually saw it after the game last week. I don't know if you saw online on Facebook, but there's a hype video from last week, and he does it at the end of the game after the game was over. So I know he could do it. and here's the thing. You don't honestly know. Like, I remember when I was in high school, Gary, you know this. You couldn't celebrate at all. Like,
no.
You scored a touchdown, you handed it to the referee. Now, they let them do quite a bit more now than they did. I mean, I've seen kids, celebrate after a sack and stuff like that, and celebrate after a touchdown. You usually go up and jump. And my son, who's 8, they scored a touchdown last week, and they both, how the kids will run in the end zone and then they'll jump up and they'll hit each other's hips. My son was doing that. He's 8. I'm like, oh, great, here we go. But it was fun to watch, nevertheless. Backflip.
Okay, so that's an unsportsmanlike. So I don't know. I think you get one, but if you get a second, so I'm not sure exactly.
I kind of want to see the backflip again. I didn't see it. You do.
We're going to need to play the backflip, and after the extra point, we need to play the backflip. Maybe keep that as a highlight for the end of the game.
And in a game like this, I get it. In the grand scheme of things, it's not going to affect the outcome, but it's a learning moment for Michael Moore.
It is because and I'm not saying it is unsportsmanlike as far as the referees are looking at it, because you shouldn't do that.
So it'll be extra point on. So the Cats are going to kick off from about their own 9. They'll kick off from their own 25. But nevertheless, high snap, kick is up, kick is good. 49-7. We'll be back after this.
Hey, you ready? Hey, grab that right there. Are you ready? Is you ready? Ready. You say you ready. Whole squad ready. Ready. Is you ready? Are you ready? Ready. Is you ready? Whole squad ready. We came here to see Jet. What you got? No, not on my watch. No way. Bring what you got. I'm going to the top. You can bring what you got. I'm going to the top.
It's time for the JV team.
All right, welcome back. 8:14 to go here in the ball game. Gary Davidson with me in the booth, and Mike Hinkle in the booth. I wanted to make sure, I never know. I don't know if he wanted to claim James or not. James and Mike are brothers, but Mike's going to be joining us because, not sure if you guys are aware, but I may not be back next year. Probably won't be back next year. And we've got to have a great, great crew next year. So we brought in James, we brought in Mike, and we're going to kind of let Mike get into the action here in just a minute. Another muff on the kick. And up the middle again he goes is Sutton. But I'm going to kind of go into the shadows here in just a second. I'm going to let Mike take over and kind of do a little play-by-play with Gary, because Mike's going to be doing play-by-play for the Oak Grove and the Odessa game this year for sure. And depending on how the basketball season goes, I may be another one missing, so we'll see. But I'm going to bring in Mike. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks for having me. And
I'll let you take over. I'm just going to step back. I'm not going to talk because I'm going to have to put my mic up, or if I start talking, I talk too much already.
You do?
All right, so Summit Christian here, they got the football here, and we got the quarterback in the shotgun here, and he's looking to pass, and this ball is nearly picked off there.
Almost by Espen Glenn. Almost had a pick six right there.
And almost another score right there for the Cats, and it has been the tale of two halves here.
It has been. We talked at halftime about maybe a spark. We needed that. The Cats, if they were going to do anything and take over the second half, we needed a spark. We got that with that drive, that first drive, to make it 21-7, and they haven't looked back since.
So Summit Christian here, quarterback is in the shotgun here. We got two running backs set here, and then going to be a handoff here. And going to be a short gain, probably no gain here. So this is going to bring up third down and 10.
It's going to be Harris with the carry.
And we got 6:33 left in this ball game here.
Running clock, so it's going to hopefully go relatively quick.
So the play is in, and again, we got a two-back set here, quarterback in the shotgun here. And we get a snap, and here is a handoff, and he's got nowhere to go, and this is Sutton here, and he's going to be taken down after a short gain there. So this is going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to give him a gain of a yard, looks like here. So it'll be 4th and 8. Ball is on the 45-yard line. And it looks like they're back in punt formation there. Sutton is going to go back here to punt. And I've learned a few of these names here, Gary.
Well, they'll come. You're going to get a lot of practice coming the next several games.
So Sutton is back to punt here. I'm not able to see the Harrisonville player here, but here is a punt, and this is going to be taken back here, and he's got some room around this side, and he is running down the field, and he's got Sutton to beat there, and Sutton is going to push him out at down there about the 30-yard line, and that was a very good punt return. And we were getting pretty close to that Sonic you were talking about there, Chad.
I thought that we had a Sonic kick return. I'm like, all it took was me to go off the air. Great return by the Cats, and they're in good position. I'd say we're going to probably have some of the backups in here. We'll see, but I'll give it back to Mike. I just had to come in and say that because Eric Lockworthy was like, I'm going to get Sonic. No, I'm not.
That was Eng who did that. That was an excellent return to the 29-yard line of the Cats.
So
Summit Christian, sorry.
So the Cats quarterback here, Mitchell under center, and going to be a quick handoff. But we are going to have a flag, looks like a procedure.
Actually, it's Bechtel that's in the quarterback now.
Okay, so we got a new quarterback.
Unfortunately, he had 3.5 quarters.
So I've got the Mitchell part down. I've been watching for 4 games here, and then we get a new quarterback. So
I didn't. I told you the test was going to be hard.
Well, that's quite all right. So.
And it really comes difficult because now my score sheet goes wild because there's a whole bunch of different players on there that I got to keep track of.
Okay, yeah. Statistician job. I don't know how you do it, Gary, over. So this is Betchel is going to go under center here for the Cats. And we're going to snap a quick handoff up the middle. It's going to be a short gain here, about a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 12 here. Ball is on the 32-yard line.
That was Phillips on the carry, number 17.
Oh, and I did not see it, Gary, but there was a fumble, and they're saying that is recovered by Summit Christian. So this ball is going to be turned over, and Summit Christian is going to have this ball. It's going to be on the 31-yard line. And we do have that running clock, and we got 3:15 here left in this ball game. So Summit Christian is going to have this 1st and 10. So we're going to, obviously we got some of these younger players that are getting an opportunity to play here in the game.
To the line they go.
So quarterback here, Summit Christian, this is Ward, I do believe, is in the shotgun here. He's going to hand this off to Sutton. Sutton up the middle here. He's going to be taken down here after a short gain of about 2 yards, it looks like. So this ball is going to be up here to about the 33-yard line. 34, so that's going to bring up 2nd down. Second and 7 is going to be here. And so a great second half here for Harrisonville. That first half was, we had a pretty tight ball game here, but they just blew it wide open here. So here is the quarterback here, Ward, and he's looking to pass, and he's going to throw one out here to the flat. And got to the outside here.
Stays in bounds, pass complete.
Going to gain, get up there at about the 40-yard line. It's going to be 1 yard short of the 1st down here. So this is going to bring down 4th and about 1.
That was Bird with the reception, 6-yard reception by Bird.
So I'm saying 4th down, but they're showing 3rd over there. So maybe I'm off.
I've got 3rd down, yeah.
3rd down, okay. So 3rd and 1 on the 40.
It's like an equipment issue. 55's coming out.
So yep, substitution there, 75 come on. And now we're ready to go here. 1:35 on that clock. So Ward back here in the shotgun here. We got a single back set here. Receivers on both sides here looking to pass. And out here to the flat. And this is going to be off number 13. And that's going to be Bird. That's going to be off his fingers there. So this is going to bring up fourth down now, Gary. Now I got it right.
Yeah, the clock's running. I would say they're probably going to go fourth down here, and it doesn't leave very much on the clock. You're probably going to a victory formation by the Cats if they don't get a first down, and we'll be able to call it. They're not in any hurry to run a play. There's nothing really.
No,
you don't have a 42-point play here, so.
So the play does come in here, and we got receivers split out here to both sides here. Quarterback Ward in the shotgun, and he's just going to run this up the middle. He's going to get the first down. He's got pretty good gain up here at about the 49-yard line. So they will get the first down, but this clock is ticking down, and it's down to 33 seconds here. So perhaps we're going to have one more snap here, and we shall see. And we are going to have one more play here. So receivers split out to both sides. And Ward is back to pass here and going to throw out here, and that is out to number 5. And so that probably is going to be the last play because he is out of bounds. But this clock is ticking down here. And it has expired. And so that is the end of the game here, folks. And it was a good game for the Wildcats here. And this final score is going to be 49 for the Wildcats and 7 for Summit Christian. And so, at this point here, I think we should bring Chad back in here.
I'm back in here. Before we go to a break and go to our post-game show, couple of scores of note. Pleasant Hill 35-7 over Odessa. Center all over Warrensburg 49-3. And last I saw, Clinton was down 21-0 to Oak Grove. So the Cats, I'm going to slide over here. So the Cats move to 2-3 on the year, and they get back into conference play next week. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with your post-game show after this. Cats win it 49-7. Welcome back. Final score 49-7. Probably not the way the coaching staff drew up the 49-7 win, but the Cats get it done in impressive fashion with a great second half led by Nate Reynolds. And the Reynolds brothers, Wyatt to Jace to Nate, all have that breakaway speed. Wyatt holds the school record with a 99-yard touchdown run. I don't think Jace ever got one of those. Nate had an 87-yard touchdown run tonight where I may have made him a new nickname. I said he took a house call and called him the doctor. So the doctor is in, and he had a big second half to lead the Cats, and they win it 49-7. You see Gary back here behind me trying to get all of his statistics together. And the Cats are going to have to be in fine form next week as Center Yellow Jackets come to town and they bring a punch. That 1-2 combination of Love in the backfield at running back and Vic, the quarterback, those two were impressive against us last year on a Saturday afternoon, and I know they're looking for more, and I know the Cats are looking for revenge as they were beat pretty badly last Saturday. So Cats got their work cut out for them. They have Center next week. Then they finish up with a 3-game stretch at Clinton, Oak Grove at home, and at Odessa. And then we'll go into district play. So the Wildcats win it 49-7. Gary, what do you got for me?
Okay. Cats ended up with 377 yards rushing unofficially, 61 yards passing for a total of 438 yards total offense. They controlled the clock 23 minutes. Actually, they controlled the ball. They didn't. The clock was about even after it was all said and done with the running clock because Summit Christian had it for 25 minutes when they started having that running clock. Leading the way for the Cats, 16 carries, 241 yards for Reynolds. I like the way they spread the ball out. Everybody had a lot of good yardage and good plays. Moore had 13 carries for 45 yards. Mitchell had 8 carries for 68 yards and gave Baker that touchdown, gave him 22 yards for that touchdown. And leading receiver was Moore with 47 yards. So he had a total of about 92 yards total offense, receptions and rushing. Leading the way for Summit Christian, pretty even with Ward had 12 carries, 30 yards, and Sutton had 9 carries for 29 yards. They had 65 yards rushing, 91 yards passing for a total of 156 yards, had 25 minutes on the clock. Not going to go down the full, but I'm going to tell you how many touchdowns each player had. Reynolds ended up having a 14-yard touchdown run, a 63-yard touchdown run, a 31-yard touchdown run, an 87-yard touchdown run, so for 4. Moore had 2 touchdowns, a 1-yard run and a 7-yard run. And then the Reynolds-Baker combination for the 22 yards, which I think officially probably goes to Baker for that 22 yards. At the end of the half, it was 14-7.
And we'll go ahead and run some replays while we talk, Gary, and as we see some of these plays. First half's going to be a little slow, so we'll talk a little bit about it. We talked about in the pregame show, Gary, the Cats had to be able to wear down Summit Christian. You looked at the rosters, 35 guys on the Summit Christian roster, 75, 80 on the Wildcat roster, and you knew that they really kind of needed to wear them down. And a lot of times we see that with Wildcat games. First half, maybe a little stagnant, maybe a little slow, but they pick it up in the second half and they have big plays, and they did again here tonight.
Well, and I'm not going to take credit for what I said, but I think that they needed a spark. They got that spark from Reynolds the first play of the second half when he popped off that 63-yard touchdown run. And that, I think, gave them the spark. They scored a touchdown on every series in the second half, which was a total of 5 touchdowns. Then they had that fumble, I'm sorry. So 5 of the 6 series in the second half. And then the last series, they had the fumble. There's Reynolds going in, getting
That's
hit.
His first touchdown of the night.
Right. And so I think once they got that spark, they finally got a little momentum going because they were stagnant. I think that's what they needed, and they finally continued to take that through. There you see that touchdown reception by Sutton from Ward. Is wide open there. I think just a breakdown in the coverage when he came out of the backfield. Cats have got it again here. 7-7 here at the beginning of the second quarter, and I think this is probably the drive that they actually an excellent play by Mitchell right there as he comes out of on a pass and then decides to keeps the ball here, and then just doesn't have really the pitch-good relationship. He makes the right decision. He tucks it and runs.
You know what I liked about that drive? He asserted himself as the runner in that drive. He had 68 yards. They were big yards. The Cats were not able to – this was a drive that they were able to score on, I believe.
Right.
So we needed all of those yards from Mitchell in that drive.
And here's going to be the 1-yard touchdown run by Moore to make it 14-7. That's the only the last scoring that it really happened with 6:28 left in the second quarter.
And what I liked about was a little bit of the fight in Summit Christian. They battled and they kept it close until halftime. Now, needless to say, they got in half as Nate Reynolds went to work and carved up the secondary and the defense of Summit Christian. And we're going to see those runs here in just a few minutes after we get when we get into the second half highlights and in the second half, because they're 30, 50, 80-yard runs, and he blew the game open in the third quarter. So the Cats are going to win with their running game. They've got to shore up some things on the defensive side of the ball, and they got to be able to get some scores. And I'm going to be interested to see the matchup next week for a number of reasons. Here's one of Reynolds' runs.
That 63-yard touchdown run by Reynolds right at the very beginning of the second half, which sparked them, I think, going in through that second half.
And we'll get to his other runs here in a minute. Remember when we played center last year, Jace Reynolds was not healthy. Here's another one, and this is Moore. Moore had some hard yards for the Cats tonight. But what I was saying is, he was here's that touchdown at the end of the third quarter. Or no, that wasn't. Yeah,
this is the fumble that
one.
Baker ends up getting, the recovery in the end zone for a touchdown.
And this is where the ball started really rolling downhill for the Wildcats. But last year, Jace was not healthy. That was the first game I said, there's not something right with Jace Reynolds, because he used to be able to get out in that secondary and break those runs open, and he wasn't able to do it in that game. And I'll be interested to see how center tries to counter Nate Reynolds next week.
Well, and I'll tell you, here's another one of his famous runs where he just runs through people. The one thing I see that they're going to have to shore up against center, because center is very athletic, very fast, very quick. They are not going. Here's his long one as he takes off. He beats Ward there and is off to the races. But the one thing they're going to have to shore up is their kickoff, because they're not covering very well. Because I'll tell you what, Ward and Sutton killed us on kick returns tonight.
Absolutely, and you do not want to get those guys in space. You may just take the penalty and kick it out of bounds every time, and that's not a bad option to have. And here's the touchdown, and we couldn't figure out why the penalty flag was, and we'll see it here.
There he goes,
Michael
over there.
Moore, and here he goes. Boom, boom, backflip. And there goes your penalty flag. So, I mean, hey, that's your get-out-of-jail-free card when you're up on that game, and it was a learning moment for Michael Moore as he did that. It was 49-7. We almost made it 56-7. Ing just couldn't quite get in the end zone, and that pretty much
and then we had the punt return for a touchdown, but we had a penalty back here at about the 25 or 30-yard line.
And Eric Larkworthy is probably like, man, he could have had $100 with a Sonic. But nevertheless, Cats get the win. That's the most important thing here tonight, 49-7. Looks like they're relatively healthy going into next week. They've got center at home. You got to see what you can do.
Yeah, you've got to come back to your home turf, and you've got to take care of business. You've got to take the advantage, take the adrenaline, and take the momentum out of this game, and you've got to start it in that next game. If you don't, center is going to take advantage of that, because if they get up on us, it's going to not be good for us, because as you saw tonight, we only threw the ball 6 times. Had 4 receptions out of those 6 passes. We like to run the ball. You get us out of our game, then we're not going to be playing the ball that we want to play. And so we can't let center take over next week and get ahead of us.
And you also don't want to get, when I say too cute, you don't want to come out with a different game plan than what works for you. You don't want to come out just flinging it around the yard either. You want to come out, try to do what works best for you, but maybe mix in that screen pass to the backside. Mix in the counter play. Mix in those plays that are going to keep center off of balance. The Cats got a lot of plays on film right now, Gary, and center's going to have to prepare for all of those, and you just got to do a good job of mixing and matching next week.
Well, you've got to take advantage of center's speed. One way of doing that is having them over-pursue and throw those screens back door. Do those counters that go back door, which take advantage of the speed that they're going the other way. It's going to be a tough game. Center is a great team. They're athletic. They're fast, and it's going to be tough, but any given Friday, any team can win. And I see with us coming out of this, the last 2 games, now we're on a 2-game roll, I see us really being competitive next week against center. I really do. I know they're a great team, but we're at our home field. I think there's probably going to be a big crowd here, and I see good things happening next week.
So we'll see what happens. It's lined up for the Cats over the next 4 weeks. You get a win next week, then you start talking about conference titles. Now, obviously, somebody's got to take care of Pleasant Hill because we didn't take care of business up there. But nevertheless, Center and Pleasant Hill got to play still. So, lot still to be determined. Trophies aren't won in September, Gary.
They're won in November.
So we'll see what happens with the Wildcats. We'll be right back here again next Friday night. For James Hinkle, for Mike Hinkle, for Chris Ramirez, for Tucker Forschler, for Travis Forschler,
and
for Jerry
Forschler on the road.
On the road. Congratulations, Brenda, on getting recognized tonight as well. For Gary Davidson, I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Harrisonville. We'll see you right back here next Friday night.